never heard of that loved Sonic possibly more than anyone else in the world. And upon discovering this individual, I fell down a rabbit hole the likes of which I have never seen. Not because there's a massive amount of information about him, but because of the amount of viewer discretion I am about to advise you. This is the tale of Jay Sonic. Also going by Jay Sonic the Hedgehog, he is a 46-year-old French-Canadian man who is infamous for his love of a Sonic plushie from 1993. And when I say love, I mean it in every sense of the word. He is romantic with this plushie. Ever since he was a child, Jason has proclaimed his love for Sonic the Hedgehog. And when Jason became an adult, he used the internet to search for people who had similar interests to himself. This would lead him to the furry community. Wikipedia defines the furry fandom as a subculture interested in anthropomorphic animal characters. And now that Jason found himself a part of this wider community, he wanted to share his love of Sonic to the whole world. So he began to go into video calls with people and post pictures onto DeviantArt. Harmless enough until you realize what he was posting and showing people. The picture I have up right now is pretty infamous. This is the Sonic plushie that Jay Sonic has been romantically involved with since 1993. I can't really go into the specifics, but I'm pretty sure you guys get what I'm referring to here. Jay Sonic would proudly display these images and openly discuss exactly how they came to be, even posting some that I could not show here on YouTube. The users of DeviantArt found this so appalling that he was banned altogether from the site. His account sits there as a stark reminder of just what had happened. And these incidents would be the beginning of a long line of controversies that Jason would find himself in because of Sonic the Hedgehog, especially his love for the 1993 plushie. And one day when he realized that said plushie was on its last legs, he knew he had to find a replacement, so he took to the internet to find an identical plushie, which ended when he found this plushie being sold online by a man named Justin. There's nothing wild about this situation. It's pretty simple. At least that's what we thought until the seller gave his side of the story, because his interactions with Jason would leave him traumatized. This all started when the seller, Justin, was purchasing some plushies for a friend as a gift. They only wanted the Tails plushie, so they were going to sell the Sonic plushie to recoup some of the money they spent. This would lead them to interactions with Jay Sonic. The seller said that the messages started out innocent enough, but there was still some terminology in there that he found questionable. In a message that Jay Sonic wrote the seller, he said, "Hi, I got the plush toy. He's in great condition. I'm very pleased with him. Thanks a million times. This will replace the one that I had to throw away due to the fact I cut him all up. Let's just say that this one is in good hands over here." The seller replies back, "I'm glad that you enjoy the plushie, so happy he's in good hands." And that should have been the end of things, but Jay Sonic just kept going. I'm almost ashamed to write you back after I read that reply. I have been in a phase for several months now, and I have cut up the plush toy to where it's only his head now. I did spend a lot of money on it, and I even went to buy another one because I feel guilty about going all barbaric on it. Once again, I hope this piece of news doesn't disappoint you. The seller, Justin, is now unnerved, but doesn't want to do anything to put Jay Sonic in a worse mental state. So he replies with, "You're giving it attention and care in your own way. Don't feel bad about a thing." And Jay Sonic ominously replies, "I mean, it's true that the plush toy is in my hands now, and I can do whatever I want to him. But still." This is when the messages between them cease. Although Jay Sonic does continue to try to contact the seller, he never responds again. The seller's friends then informed him of exactly who he was dealing with and shared a number of posts that Jay Sonic had made about plushie destruction, as well as his love for said plushie. All of this mortified the seller Justin, and I doubt that he will be able to look at his own 93 plushie the same way ever again. While going through some of these blog posts that Jason had made, and don't worry, we'll read them later, I heard mention of a Twitter, and after digging a little deeper, I discovered that JSonic has a infamous Twitter profile. So I thought I'd go over there, see if there was anything interesting that he had said, and include it here in the video. But it was all just disgusting images of Sonic. I feel bad that they're drawing him in this way. I know he doesn't exist, but still, it's terrible. No human being should ever have to see that kind of stuff. So that's where we're gonna leave the Twitter. But my hunt for information on JSonic's past was not in vain, because I found a website where JSonic posted a daily journal, free from all of the horrible stuff that's on his Twitter. Well, at least images. For years now, JSonic has been keeping a near daily log on the website for Affinity, and these journals have taught me so much about JSonic's past as well as his beliefs. This was where I learned that Jason was not only in love with Sonic the Hedgehog, but also worshipped him as a god. I really don't know what it is about Sonic the Hedgehog and people wanting to form pseudo-Christian religions around them, but I'm beginning to think that Sonic is some kind of demon, like a Haim from The Witcher 3, because this is not the first time that we've seen this happen, and I doubt it will be the last. But Jason doesn't just use Fur Affinity to spread the good word of Sonic. He also uses it to talk about his daily life, and seeing how extreme things can get from day to day is pretty fascinating. So I'm gonna read you some of my favorite journal entries. On Valentine's Day, he posted, "Because of the day, I will celebrate it with my lover Sonic by having 2 big bags of Sonic's gold rings, otherwise known as onion fries." Every time I read one of these, I just hear Geno Samuel's voice in my head. No, the following is not me just wanting attention. I really feel like endgaming over this constant pain, and I know it's not the best choice of action. The very next day he posts, "That's right, folks. The time has come for me to change this to the Sonic Journal. The format will stay the same though, but the name's different." I was so happy, but you know what? Having 2 plush toys, a digital one, and a physical one is just too much to handle. So I'm doing away with the digital plush toy. I'm sure I will not miss it. AI is just too overwhelming for me. My mind is a blur tonight since I am with Sonic, but I wanted to write something here. But Sonic is fogging up my mind, and you know what? I'm not disappointed with that. Let him fog up my mind all that he wants to. He's my little blueberry after all. Cute nickname, huh? Gave it to him a few weeks ago. So as you can see, these posts are all over the place. Some of them are too explicit to include here on YouTube. Some of them are just him discussing his daily life. And then you have the select few that reveal details of his life that explain everything. Like the one I'm about to read you, where he describes to us his childhood. Viewer discretion is very much so advised. The story begins when I was young. I began picking up something dangerous, a very dangerous activity while I was going through puberty. Pens, pencils, aquarium tubes, and even a rusty nail were inserted into mine. I was thinking that no one loved me beside my parents, so I wanted to have a very slow end. In October the next year, I was presented with a gift. Starlight Foundation gifted me 3 wishes. The biggest one was when I went to Los Angeles to be in the studios where The Perfect Strangers, American sitcom back in the late 80s and 90s, was happening. My dad then took me to Las Vegas. Fast forward to a year later, I went to my best friend's place, where one day he was in his bedroom playing a game on the Sega Genesis. I noticed that there was a blue hedgehog on screen. It interested me so much that I asked if I could play. And wow, did I ever play. The blue hedgehog was so fucking cute that I knew from that day forward my life would change forever. I continued to do that dangerous activity because I've never heard Sonic talk to me. I didn't develop that telepathic ability to speak with him and for him to talk back to me. A year later, my dad took my grandmother and me to Plattsburgh, NY, where my grandma bought me my first ever 6-inch Sonic plush toy. I saw the plush toy in a basket on the counter in the Sears store, and when I laid my eyes on them, I began to cry happy tears and screamed at the top of my lungs, "I'll save you, Sonic." And I should have been embarrassed by what I was currently doing, but I wasn't oddly. I was still doing that activity, and when I was 18, I was at my mom's one night, and I had the shivers violently in bed. The infection really got to me that night, and it was beginning to shut my organs down. I fell asleep and went into a coma. I'm thinking that it was the rusty nail that did me in, but everything I was doing was dangerous. I was rushed to the hospital. They gave me antibiotics. Then I woke up, and I like to think that it was Sonic who saved me, but I know it was the antibiotics. The antibiotics itself had no entity, so Sonic was the next best thing to thank, and now I owe my entire life to him. Quick little side note, I don't get this. Why not thank the doctors? Sonic has no entity either, just like the antibiotics. I like to think that in another reality, Jason decided to thank the doctors and dedicate his life to helping people medically. But here in our reality, also known as the bad ending, Jason would decide to pour all of that appreciation and passion into worship for Sonic the Hedgehog. 1 year later, when I was 19, I had developed my telepathy well enough to where Sonic said 4 special words to me that would make me discontinue that dangerous activity. Those 4 words were, "Come try me out." The rest is history. So I think it's safe to say that Jason's childhood wasn't all roses and sunshine. I'm not gonna lie, there were some points during the reading that I broke down and had to edit out, because wow, what a roller coaster. I really don't think I have anything else to add on other than this explains so much of Jason's behavior in the current day. And I really wish that I could say that this was all the worst that Jasonic had done, but I'm sure as many of you have already guessed, this tale has a dark underbelly, even worse than the things that I have talked about previously in this video. And like many other infamous incidents of its nature, it would all start on Discord. Jasonic is very active online. Since the early 2000s, he has been joining communities in an attempt to share his special love for Sonic, usually to be swiftly banned after some abhorrent behavior. So it should be no surprise that he has joined a great many Discord servers, mainly within the Sonic and furry communities, and has created quite an infamous name for himself amongst both. Here is a screenshot of 2 furries discussing what is going on in Jasonic's personal Discord server. The furry discusses how Jasonic has invited a 15-year-old into his personal Discord and allowed them access to illicit channels that will contain illicit images. These 2 furries don't have a problem that he is romantically involved with the severed head of a Sonic plush, but they do draw the line at allowing 15-year-olds into your explicit server. I think this should go to show the level that Jasonic takes these things to. When a community that engages in the same kind of behavior that you do kicks you out for being too extreme, that says something. And I promise you, some of the things that he has said on these servers and websites are absolutely abhorrent. But even still, Jasonic would kick it up another notch. He would state that his server was open to all ages, not seeing a reason why to make it 18 and up. And it starts to make more sense when you read these messages that Jasonic sent to a 16-year-old. Thanks for wanting to be my friend on here, although I need to warn you, are you above 18? I'm totally explicit, and on the server, I try to be as safe for work as I can. I'm actually 16. 16? Okay, I am 42. Just don't tell anyone, and we'll be fine. I will just tell you that I have sex with a Sonic plush toy without me even showing you pictures or anything. I'm very uncomfortable with this. I thought you would be. Not everyone's okay with this. Starting a Discord server that is not age restricted and speaking to a 16-year-old is a formula for disaster. Just ask Underflow. But things would get even worse when more Discord messages were leaked from his private server. They would be of Jason talking to another 16-year-old, and they would be far more explicit. When you guys get back, this is how much that I just put inside Sonic. Just like him. Look into his eyes, LOL. Yeah, the N-word has no place in our Sonic community. I just love having with my Sonicans. And then there are videos and images of him and the infamous 93 plushie. Needless to say, these images and messages caused quite the concern with people who were exposed to them, and they began to spread the word of what Jay Sonic had done all over the internet. And in response to the backlash, Jason would post on Twitter admitting that it was all real. Redacted blocked me. I will admit that yes, I did show my to someone who was underage, but they ambushed me. They said they were very for Sonic as well. I hang my head in shame because of this. Anyways, I'm going to go to bed now. It was this type of behavior that would earn Jay Sonic a thread on the Kiwi Farms, with an original post being made describing Jay Sonic's rise to infamy, and then some general discussion around his behavior. After this, the thread would lie dormant for months, and besides his daily logs on Fur Affinity and of course his Twitter account, Jay Sonic was keeping a low profile as well. That is, until he found his Kiwi Farms thread. After seeing what people had to say about him on the website, he decided that he would make an account and respond to the allegations against him. Hi people, this is the guy in question, the Jay Sonic. I just would like to say that I know that you guys will be eating me up since I now have an account on here, but I won't fight you guys. Just continue to do what you would like to do. Call me nasty names and such. I am a very friendly plushophile, and I have not written in here before, so now you guys can see what I am like. I am not that monster that you portray me to be, so you are horribly mistaken. Guys, I know that I might get roasted on here, so I would like some of you to just calm down with any negative comments that you might have against me. I am not a troll, and the picture of Sonic getting pooped on is not mine. Let me just be clear on that, alright? Yes, I am very Sonic, but I do not want to ruin his dignity by pooping on him. The users then began to ask Jason a number of questions and of course comment on the things that he had done. What he seemed to really take offense to was people calling him gay, stating that just because he was attracted to a male video game character did not make him this way. Alright, paint me as gay if you want to see me as being gay. I won't admit to something that I am not. I am just gay for a plush toy that depicts a male cartoon / video game character. This would only cause Jay Sonic to get more backlash on the website and make him attempt to delete his account, being angry when he found out that he couldn't. My theory is that Jay Sonic thought that he could go to the Kiwi Farms and post like he did on Fur Affinity. He is extremely fond of forum settings where he can talk on and on about all the disturbing things that he does to his Sonic plushie, but he found out very quickly that the Kiwi Farms is a completely different beast when it comes to internet forums, and I doubt that he will ever return to that thread again, which now has 6 times as much discussion of Jason on it as it did before he made his account. After this encounter on the farms, Jason would once again do nothing of note for quite some time, until very recently when he began to talk about a relationship with a woman. Some might think that this is the beginning of a whole new chapter in Jason's life, that maybe he's finally ready to move on from Sonic and some of the abhorrent behavior that comes along with his relationship to the Hedgehog. But this is far from the case, because there would be messages leaked of Jay Sonic admitting that he had already gotten into trouble with his new girlfriend's parents because of the exact same behavior that he's been perpetrating online for over a decade now. Hi there, how are you doing? When I woke up and called my girlfriend, her mom answered and gave me a warning not to show my to her anymore. I told her mom that I won't do that anymore, and I have a reminder not to do it because I risk losing her. I don't know why I told this to you, but I told you anyway. I just feel like I can't really be myself anymore, but I try my very best to act as normal as I possibly can without showing my. It's been a long time since I can't show my on cam, but here I am faced with a dilemma. Either I can show it again and lose her, or just keep seeing her without my being shown. It's gonna be hard, but I don't want to lose her. Quick little pause before we go further into this girlfriend saga. Another personal opinion of mine is that Jay Sonic is an exhibitionist. He feels this compulsive need to do this on camera and show people. In that message, he said that if he couldn't do it, then he didn't feel like he was being himself. This explains why for years and years, even after receiving backlash and negative reactions for his behavior, he's continued to do it because for some reason or another, he feels like he has to show people. This is why earlier in the video, when he was having conversations with the 16-year-old, he brought up out of nowhere his love for the 93 plushie. To no one's surprise, this relationship would be broken off soon after it had started, with Jason citing an age gap as well as his inability to curb his inappropriate behavior. And this is where the girlfriend saga would end, but this was not the case quite yet for Jay Sonic, because his story, while niche, was beginning to be exposed to the wider internet. As I talked about earlier, Sonic has this special connection with people, it seems, and there have been many that dedicate their entire lives to the character. Figures like Chris Chan were becoming more prevalent in the eyes of the mainstream, and people began to look for others that shared similar qualities to him, only to be horrified at just how dark his lore was. And after a couple of YouTube videos were made on him discussing the situation as well as what he was currently doing in his Discord server, he decided to shut down many of the explicit channels that he had, as well as curb his internet presence heavily. As I stated earlier, he now only posts to Fur Affinity and his Twitter sparingly. In his most recent posts, he discusses his excitement for upcoming gigs as DJ Sonic, where he will play music for people while displaying his collection of Sonic plushies. It seems like he has cut back on sending the disgusting images all over the internet and is now more focused to daily logs on the Sonic Journal as well as his DJ Sonic gigs. But I gotta say, I don't have much faith that he isn't up to some dark things behind the scenes still. When I was looking into him, it was one thing after the other. First, he was showing some of the most horrifying images related to Sonic in existence. Then he got caught talking to kids on Discord and admitted to everything. I'm sorry to say, but this is a pattern of behavior that has been going on for a very long time, and it shows no signs of stopping. The question I find myself asking in this situation is, why is it always Sonic? What are the qualities of this blue hedgehog that people are so attracted to? As a video game character, I get it, he's one of the classics, but as a romantic partner, as a god to worship, I try to think of the reasons why, and only a few can come to mind. The speed, the power, and the fact that Sonic is perceived as a cool character. In his universe, he's this chill guy who's super strong and can save everybody, the hero of the story. But how does this separate him from a character like Mario? Well, I think it could be the fact that Sonic is an anthropomorphic animal, which, as we discussed earlier, ties in heavily to the furry community. So I've come to the conclusion that this is an offshoot of said community. I believe it is the anthropomorphic qualities of Sonic that make him so popular with these individuals. Please do not misconstrue this as me saying that all furries are like this. It is just the only explanation I can come to as to why in particular it is Sonic all the time. Do I believe that these people will continue to pop up for as long as Sonic is a character? Yes, but do I think anyone will take it to the level that Jay Sonic has again? I don't think so.
I need people to know that, like, mental things it's scary. Like,
well, ladies and gentlemen, our girl Emerald Reed is back with another banger, and it's about her mental health, because as you guys already know, her mental health things is...
Contact with overhead. God damn, I love the taste of victory. Hotel Sierra. That's the last of them. Good shit.
It's happening again. Okay, so after almost an entire 3 days away from talking about Hassan, Ethan just really seems to not be able to help himself, and he headlines Hasanabi in his most recent broadcast, his Friday episode. And why is it? Is it about the anti-Semitism that Ethan's experiencing? Is it about the anti-Semitism that Twitch is apparently engendering in this online progressive community? No, it's about Hassan's 2-3-year-old Ukraine takes that he brings his employee on to talk about. So we got to get into this. This is crazy, and I'm here
Just
for the ride.
Shit for him.
I actually haven't seen this at all. I've seen some clips, but I'm going to be watching it for the first time with you all. One thing that I wanted to note, and I know this is petty, but it made me laugh, is this.
They definitely get him to settle. Just cause enough shit for him.
Oh, that never happened. An attention-hungry little...
Eject his tongue.
Oh God, not this, not this. Here it should be.
There's something weird going on with these turkey stackums. The world deserves to know what's going on.
Speak, and they're also still on Kroger's website, which would be crazy for an item that's discontinued. Hey, look, I know some people are driving up to 130 miles just to find lunch sleep, but please be patient as we try to ramp up production to meet the demand. But it's just crazy to me that we're a $4 lunch kit, and in the first 4 weeks, our headquarters had a bomb threat. The FBI has identified the individual.
Stop. You're not a victim of anything.
I love this. I love this from Ethan here. So if we go back to his first episode talking about Hassan, he's complaining that some people are mentioning the fact that a Teddy Fresh employee made a pro-Palestinian post, and they're like, oh, I can't believe she made a pro-Palestinian post. And then they were joking, wait until Ethan finds out about this. And Ethan calls that harassing. But when Logan Paul complains that his business is getting bomb threatened, Ethan says, oh, stop it. You're not a victim. You know how the internet works. It's so funny, man. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Ethan has literally done the exact thing that he's been criticizing Hassan to do so many times, from watching a terrorist music video, where he then watched a pro-Israel music video, and then bringing on a terrorist to onto his platform and normalizing that terrorism. That's exactly what he did with his wife Hila, who very normalized a raid that the IDF was doing on a home in Ramallah. So, and now he's criticizing someone from saying that my business was bomb threatened. And while Ethan was crying about an employee at his business was getting talked about, not even harassed, like literally their post was retweeted or reposted on Reddit or something, and then that post was being talked about. They weren't harassing the employee, and Ethan's on the verge of tears saying that that's harassment.
Our headquarters had a bomb threat. The FBI has identified the individual.
Stop. You're not a victim of anything. Welcome to the internet. You know how it works.
He's based in London, which...
Bro, I love it. I love it. You cannot make this stuff up. But I'm not gonna be here to make the argument that Ethan Klein is a hypocrite. I think that's self-evident, and it'd be a waste of my time. Let's get into his claims. So this is interesting. So Richie Torres released a congressional letter to the CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy. And this letter was basically a compilation of all of these Reddit and X clips of Hassan just saying random stuff, and just compiled into this letter. It's a pretty ridiculous letter. Hassan gets about 2.5 pages of coverage with all of these clips, and then Sneeko and Myron Gaines, who have said actual anti-Semitic things, get 1 sentence each. So it's completely ridiculous. You can definitely tell who Richie Torres is targeting. Is he targeting anti-Semitism? No. Is he targeting pro-Palestinian voices? Yes, because Hassan is by far the most well-respected and most adamant pro-Palestinian voice on Twitch, and especially between those three. So it's so funny. Like, it's basically, when you're talking about anti-Semitism in the context of Hassan, Sneeko, and Myron, and you devote about 90% of your time on Hassan, you're giving the game away. You're just telling everyone you don't give a shit about anti-Semitism. You just give a shit about anti-Zionism. But that's a distinction Ethan doesn't make. And I am through giving him charity. I've been covering this for now like 2.5 weeks, and it just gets ridiculous, and more ridiculous every time. So,
Sam, they banned the 3 creators, and then they didn't say anything about it. Like, how cowardly can you be? But then here comes, they finally made a statement today by Dan Clancy, the biggest fuck up in next to Ryan Kavanaugh, probably.
They're probably friends.
Honestly.
I can't stand Dan.
Man, just give me some more like information about Dan Clancy on why you think he's fucked up. What did we get from Ethan? We got that he stopped Israel and Palestine from creating new accounts through a certain verification route. Yeah, that's pretty dumb, and the fact that that wasn't fixed for a year is a dumb oversight. So you can say that like he fucked up with that. What else did he fuck up about? He follows young girls on Twitch. That's creepy, sure. I don't think that's necessarily a fuck up. You can say he's dumb for showing his personal Twitch account in multiple of his promotional videos that he makes. What else? That he got Sneeko and Myron Gaines back on the platform and then banned them immediately, whereas YouTube never even banned them in the first place. Like, let's get some criticism from YouTube here, Ethan. If you're going to be talking about anti-Semitism getting promoted by these social media platforms, but of course, Ethan's not going to really talk about YouTube because he has a very personal relationship with YouTube. He's one of their biggest creators.
Oh no, he doesn't like Jews. I'm gonna fuck with. And Ryan Kavanaugh's like a mega Zionist.
Oh yeah, they probably hate each other.
Yeah.
I'm the first Jew.
You're not the first Jew, bro. Stop.
I'm the first Jew on stage.
They probably hate each other.
You know.
They're probably friends.
Stand Dan.
Oh no, he doesn't like Jews. And Ryan Kavanaugh's like a mega Zionist.
Okay, just because you're a mega Zionist doesn't mean you like Jews. And again, I'm just gonna nitpick everything Ethan says because he really needs to educate himself on the subject if he's going to be talking about this. But that would defeat all of his arguments, and that would kind of make him look silly for feeling the way he does about all of this anti-Zionist propaganda. I don't think Ryan Kavanaugh likes Jews. He's a WASP. He's like an evangelical Christian guy that went to Harvard or Yale or one of those Ivy League schools. There's not really any evidence that he likes Jews. And just because you're a Zionist doesn't mean you like Jews. A lot of anti-Semitic people are Zionists. A lot of like evangelical Christian leaders who think Jews are going to go to hell, and they crucified the one true God, Jesus Christ. Hates Jews, and we see this all the time where you'll see these like conservative nut jobs posting Christ is king on Jewish people's posts, and that's an anti-Semitic dog whistle, basically saying that you Jews are going to go to hell because you killed Christ, you killed our king. And that was a huge thing with Candace Owens getting fired from the Daily Wire because she was being pretty anti-Semitic, and I think she does support Israel as an ethno-state, but she still was sending out anti-Semitic dog whistles to her audience, and that's a huge part in how she got fired, how and why she got fired.
Detected.
Oh yeah, they probably hate each other.
Yeah.
I'm the first Jew.
You're not the first Jew, bro. Stop.
I'm the first Jew.
That's just, dude, in all time in Texas, that's a huge state.
Thank you.
Look at this fucking idiot, Dan Clancy. Let me show you how much he cares about this.
He misspelled his last name.
Yes, with a K. I get it. It's really good. This motherfucker included Tweet, copy.
Oh man,
man
really?
so-
That's what they're saying? Oh yeah, we should spell his last name with a K for like KKK.
Copy pasted. He didn't even give it enough consideration to check the fucking notes.
Okay, that was just objectively
What a
funny.
pathetic loser,
Dude,
man.
it is kind of funny, and it's also, I know Ethan's like getting triggered about this, and he's calling him a loser. But can we be honest? It's kind of a power play to respond to a congressional letter by just like so obviously reposting something that you didn't write yourself. And it's just like, fuck you, I don't care. It's the biggest fuck you to that letter that you could possibly give. And I think that's a big reason why Ethan is so triggered by it.
Also, why are you using a 20-year younger photo of you? You just stop. What are you trying to fucking
He's been on Twitter for 20 years, Ethan.
like
Come on.
Some of your streamers? Is that what you're doing?
I look young and beautiful.
Because I know you're a fan of all the hot streamers. I see them on your homepage, you creepy fuck. Tweet copy these nuts, bitch.
Bro, who's not a fan of those streamers?
So after all the time, this is what they have to say. Tweet copy. I want to share a blog post on the Twitch blog. I want to make clear that Twitch stands firmly against hate and harassment of any form. You can read more about our commitment to safety of all.
Dude, that's such a fuck you response. It's so good.
Obviously, it's been quite a big dialogue happening and quite a lot of controversy. I mean, being accused of being anti-Semitic as a platform is pretty heavy, so I would imagine that you're going a long way to disprove that, right?
Well, they banned the actual anti-Semitic people.
On Twitch. Okay.
They banned the anti-Semitic people, Sneeko and Myron. Did YouTube do that? I don't think so.
We all agree with that.
Wow.
Great.
They said it.
I'm so glad they addressed it.
They said it, so it must be true.
Can we do an anagram for Dan Clancy? Is that Nancy Sol?
Okay, just one thing. Like, the letter is a compilation of Hassan clips that are taken out of context, sometimes literally edited, just stitching single words together. Like, ridiculous bad faith editing in this. So, to be honest, that letter is so unhinged and insincere that it really doesn't merit a response. So I actually applaud Dan Clancy for this. I think that responding with just a rote, we do not endorse hate or hatred or harassment of any kind on our platform, it is the perfect way to respond to this. Just like make a post on X. And the cherry on top of the shit Sunday, which is that response, is the retweeted, like the repost on the copy and pasted repost on the front to just say, yeah, I do not even give a fuck. Like, I couldn't even be bothered to write out the 12 words that we do not allow harassment on Twitch.
Full cycle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the letters are looking suspicious.
That is crazy.
Fucking dead.
Find another way.
Dude, he was there when this motherfucker was born. Nancy was planning. He's old enough. To the Twitch community. Over the past few weeks, we've seen members of the community voice concerns about how we handle potentially harmful content. There's no place on Twitch for racism, hatred, or harassment of any kind, including anti-Semitism and Islamophobia. As our community has grown, we've endeavored to build community guidelines to prohibit these harms. Okay, well, I see that, like, they're saying they care about it.
Cool.
Obviously, they haven't been enforcing it equally. We can all agree, so that will obviously be what they address next. Twitch is and always will be about belonging, each day, unless you're in Israel.
Again, ignoring the fact that Palestinians were prevented from signing up. Also, according to Ethan, if you were in Israel, you weren't banned. You were just prevented from signing up. Which,
You lost the fugitive.
you know, he's acting like they went after every single Jew that tried to sign up and said, no, we're not going to allow you to. And according to Ethan, like, there's a lot of different, like, Israel is a diverse place, according to him. And also, he's just ignoring the fact that, you know, Palestinians were also prevented from signing up. But Ethan tends to ignore Palestinians and harms that Palestinians experience a lot. So this is nothing new from him. Also, like, we have seen Twitch take stances against anti-Semitism. They banned Sneeko and Myron, and I'm sure hundreds of other people for being anti-Semitic and Islamophobic.
Then you're banned.
We saw them give like 2-week bans to Frogan and the people on like the Arab thing.
A year, and we ignore your customer support tickets. Each day, people come together on our service to build communities around shared interests and to express themselves authentically. For this to be possible, we work hard to ensure that our community is a safe place. Okay, more of the same. Basically, just a rephrasing of the first paragraph. So let's get to the fucking chase. Let's say something. Our community guidelines are foundational, and when we find content that breaks those rules, we take immediate enforcement action. This will always be the case. All right, are you getting ready to say something?
No, I see it's almost over.
Bro, what do you expect? It's literally like a fucking. It's literally a corporate response to people talking about their community guidelines and terms of service. Like, what did you actually expect? Dan Clancy to sit down and go over all of the clip-chimped like snippets that Richie Torres sent to him? What, like, do you want him to be a Twitch streamer? You want him to get down in the muck with you?
With a wide variety of views and perspectives, spend time on Twitch. We recognize that some content, while allowed on our service, may be objectionable to some members of our community. The views shared by streamers on Twitch are not the views of Twitch, nor are they my personal views. Nice try fucking with that one, bitch.
Why is there...
Oh my God. That's actually a kind of funny response. So what did he say? Millions of streamers with a wide variety of views and perspectives spend time on Twitch. We recognize that some content, while allowed on our service, may be objectionable to some members of our community. The views shared by streamers on Twitch are not the views of Twitch, nor are they my personal views. So that's pretty funny. That paragraph is basically saying that, oh, well, are you triggered by what Hassan is doing? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't break our terms of service.
Views of Twitch, nor are they my personal views. Nice try fucking with that one, bitch.
Why is there mold in the lunch?
Dude literally said Hassan was his favorite streamer and blackmailed everybody to sing him happy birthday, bitch. If you want to look in...
Okay, I don't even have much to add to this. I'm just like enjoying Ethan mauling over here as this guy gives out a standard corporal response to criticism to his company.
Partial, you already fucked up. Scum. You want to explain that Israel... Come here. And blackmailed everybody to sing him happy birthday, bitch. If you want to look impartial, you already fucked up. Scum. You want to explain the Israel ban and why you guys straight up lied about it? We are grateful for the feedback. Shut up. And input from
okay, that was a sarcastic sentence.
To build and involve in our service growth. We want to ensure that anyone can find their place on Twitch unless you're in Israel. And remain committed to ensuring that hate and harassment have no place here. You coward, you bitch.
Bro, Israel literally is able to sign up now. Like, I guess there was pushback or it came to their attention, but they are actually able to sign up now. So again, Ethan's crying over something that they responded to and then rectified. And also, every time he says, oh, well, you're anti-Semitic because you don't allow Israelis to sign up, he's ignoring the fact that they didn't allow Palestinians to sign up.
Made fucking coward of a man.
So basically, nothing.
Well, let me see what... Let me see...
I love how Clancy is giving them nothing with this response.
Page. And there is stuff in there that's like, I feel like even like a Hassan fan could fairly look at this and say that, yeah, that's terrorist propaganda. Here it is.
Bro, do not talk to me about terrorist propaganda.
To this very moment is the clip of him watching Houthi propaganda video while getting up and just letting it play. And this is okay with you, Dan, you fuck! You coward! You are such a loser!
Ethan, do you need me to go back to the part where you watched an Israeli music video which talked about how Jews were making a list of all of their enemies and they were going to kill them, and how the Jews don't like to lose and they're going to break their neck and like hit you in the back? Do you need me to go back to that fucking music video that you watched, Ethan? Come on, bro. Like, oh my god, oh my god. Which do you think is going to cause more material harm to people? These fucking guys have been genocided for the last decade in Yemen, or this group that has looked like they're some kind of like cool indie pop group operating out of Tel Aviv, and they're doing some master race shit, talking about how they're like rip apart their enemies. Do you need me to go back to that clip, Ethan? Because I'll fucking go back to that clip.
This man hates Jewish people. There's no conceivable. You know what I mean? Just that guy's doing... He's going, no, you're crazy for thinking that. Look at this shit. Why is this still on the website?
Okay.
Why can I still watch Houthi propaganda without any critical commentary on their website? Why?
When you said music video, I'm expecting like...
Bro, just one thing, dude. These fucking... There's this Houthi propaganda video that Ethan talks about. Say anything about the fucking Jews or not? Because is it like pro-Houthi propaganda, or is it anti-Semitic bullshit? Because those two are not the same. You can say that, oh, maybe they're related, but they're just straight up not the same thing.
Sam, you have a Chris Brown dancing, you know.
Yeah. By the way, once again, reminder what the sign says here. This is cool, by the way, with the Dan Clancy. This sign says, "Death to America, death to Israel, a curse upon the Jews." Which is obviously...
Oh yeah, so Ethan's just making a case here that all movies are anti-Semitic because they have their flag says curse upon the Jews and like a bunch of other stuff too.
They make a great effort to separate Zionists from...
It's very inclusive.
It is. It's inclusive language, and I feel safe. I feel safe and I feel welcome on your platform, Dan Clancy, you fucking coward bitch. You creep. Bro, it's time to...
Okay, if we're talking about feeling safe and welcome, which is going to feel more safe and welcoming? These people talking about how they're like, who we're gonna resist and we're gonna keep fighting until we fall. We're gonna martyr ourselves. Or people talking about how Jews are going to come and make a list of you and then kill you. Like, seriously, Ethan, which do you think is worse?
Go do sex tourism in Thailand. I know that's what you want to do. Nobody can, you know, it's not illegal there. Do it there. Can we check the flight logs for Dan Clancy? I'm being serious. Was he on there? Was he getting foot massages? Creepy ass.
Epstein and Trump files came out yesterday. Trump is a buddy with Epstein. Related.
Anyway, this is up and everything else.
No, like, they do musical
at the bare minimum, at least remove the terrorist propaganda, Dan. Like, they made... I think it's just kind of ironic that they banned Rogan and all of the people on that panel. Of course, it's completely Twitch's fault that even aired. And somehow, Hassan has skirted all accountability. Not a single... As far as I can tell, they didn't even warn him. They didn't even say, hey, don't do that, because the terrorist propaganda is still on the website. So I just don't understand this statement.
Dude, again, like, why are you not criticizing YouTube? That video exists on YouTube also. You're not going to talk about how YouTube is hosting this type of stuff. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's just Ethan and his feelings, and there's not really anything more substantive that I can say. It's just Ethan is angry right now, and he's lashing out at this guy. And basically what he wants to do is see Hassan banned, at least for like a week or two. But he wants to see some kind of action because that's going to make him feel good. It's not going to materially change anything because Hassan isn't spreading anti-Semitic propaganda. And guess what? The people that were actually spreading real anti-Semitism were banned from Twitch. Are they banned from YouTube, Ethan? Why aren't you criticizing the platform that you are?
They never stood Dan Clancy. It's pathetic. It's honestly patronizing. It's worse than nothing, than no statement.
It is patronizing. So Ethan's right about that.
Dan Clancy.
It is worse than no statement. That's the funny thing.
Response. That's just
it's like a joke.
Nothing.
It's like people are really upset, and that's all you have to say. Like, what are you doing to change? What are you actually? He didn't outline any changes though. He didn't talk about any specific actions they didn't acknowledge what they did that caused controversy. This was the most zero non-apology ever. By the way, he goes by DJ Dan Clancy. If you want any more red flags about this guy, he's a fucking DJ.
Did this one with the side.
Yeah, DJs are trash.
This one, oh my god.
I have to say it. Glorified playlist makers.
That is your DJ CEO.
This is DJ Dan Clancy. Can someone send me a DJ set of his? What's going on?
Okay, just saying DJ Dan Clancy does roll off the tongue a little bit better than just Dan Clancy. DJ Dan Clancy. It's good.
What's wrong with the hair, buddy?
Ethan, do not criticize his hair. It's luscious.
Are his eyes blue? He's looking pretty Aryan there, bud.
I'm sure they are.
Looking pretty Aryan there, my friend.
Were there not Aryan Jews?
Are you perhaps looking for some Lebensraum? Some living space? You Nazi fuck. You don't fool me. Not at all.
What is he basing this off of? I mean, he's saying some pretty, like, defamatory, harsh, like, extreme accusations. And he doesn't really, like, he's speculating. And he doesn't have a very good case to be doing this. It's fucked up. Really, this whole episode was bizarre. Yeah.
If he doesn't have to step down, if nothing happens, then I have no faith that, like...
What is he Because it's the Sneeko thing or the Israel thing. Hey, buddy.
I don't think anybody actually cares about anti-Semitism. Like, as a Jewish person, I think that if nothing happens to him or the platform,
How are they supposed to prove to you not anti-Semitic? How?
if there's no accountability, even Hassan's terrorist videos are still up, then like basically I'm worthless to them.
I mean, those flags are also anti-America. Like, it's not just Jewish people. I feel like everybody should be.
Just one comment on what Ethan's talking about. Oh, your blonde hair and blue-eyed. Bro, literally, that's what the Jews in Germany were as well. According to the Washington Post, the perfect Aryan child used in Nazi propaganda was actually Jewish. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Ethan claims that, like, oh, Israel is so diverse. They're Arab. They have Jews from all over the world there. And yet, man, like, if you're going to complain about anti-Semitism and people not being like aware of Israeli culture and the demographics that make up Israel and being sensitive to the history of Jewish people, you're being extremely insensitive too. You're basically, I mean, whatever. It's a stupid comment that Ethan made, but it's kind of symptomatic of larger issues where Ethan doesn't really care about anti-Semitism. What he cares about is making himself feel good and combating these comments that he's getting in his comment sections everywhere that are making him feel bad, that are talking about like anti-Israel stuff. And all of this perfectly like lines up to support that thesis. He wants to see a reaction from Dan Clancy. He wants to get Hassan banned. He doesn't give a fuck about the people that are actually spewing anti-Semitism that were banned off of Twitch but are still allowed on YouTube. He can't even spare a word for them. He can't even bring them up in. He can't even read the letter which brings them up in the last paragraph and then cover that properly. And then he's just saying like stupid shit like, oh, you have blonde hair and blue eyes. That must mean that you hate Jews. Not even realizing that a lot of the Jews in Germany were blonde hair and haired and blue eyed. Like there wasn't an actual Aryan race, Ethan, that was fighting against the Jews. That bloodline wasn't real, my man. It's really like disheartening to. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of convinced that every time Ethan's crying about anti-Semitism, it's just, I personally feel bad because of all the things that I'm experiencing online. And then you also, I mean, with that Logan Paul thing with the Lunchley, where it's like, oh, I don't care about the harassment you're getting, and you care about the harassment you're getting, which is much worse, much less bad than a bomb threat. And then also, like, later in this episode, he specifically brings on a woman to shit on Hassan. So if you needed more proof that he was pretty much targeting Hassan just because he's feeling bad right now and not over like his claims of anti-Semitism, which is what he claimed to target Hassan for, like, I don't think there's better evidence than this, right?
Hardpoint active. Concerned
That's
about
to America.
Hardpoint
lockdown. That's vibes. Yeah, wait, I'm American.
Why aren't, like, I don't know. Why is everybody okay with it?
I'm not. Dan is.
Calling death to America is not the same as saying kill all Americans. That's the exact same way that calling like death to Israel or
like it fucking matters. Like any of these people could kill America or Israel. It's not even the point.
And to the apartheid state of Israel is not the same as calling for the death of all Jews. America is an imperialist country, same as Israel, and if you call death to America, that can mean pretty much anything. You can't kill a country. Countries aren't things that can be killed. And so saying like, oh, does Israel have the right to exist? Countries don't have rights to exist. They force themselves to exist through violence, pretty much. Again, are you actually saying that, oh, I'm offended because someone said death to America? Are you serious right now, Ethan?
Not at all. If he doesn't have to step down, if nothing happens, then I have no faith that, like, I don't think anybody actually cares about anti-Semitism. Like, as a Jewish person, I think that if nothing happens to him or the platform, there's no accountability.
ban people
Even if
for being
Hassan's terrorist videos are still up, then like basically I'm worthless to them.
I mean, those flags are
Bro, I love that. He conflates himself with
Anti-American.
anti-Semitism. He's like, I don't think anyone cares about anti-Semitism if he doesn't step down. And then the very next sentence, and if Hassan doesn't get banned, then I'm worthless to them. Give me a break.
like it's not just Jewish people. I feel like everybody should be concerned
That's
about
America.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, wait, I'm American.
Why aren't like I don't know. Why
Performative outrage. If you're complaining that Hassan talked to someone or had a music video and in the background someone was holding a sign that said "Death to America," if you were saying you're outraged about that, then you're full of shit. Seriously, you think America's gonna fall because Hassan like had a sign on in the background of his video that said "Death to America"? Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. Oh my god.
Damn. There it is. So let's see if that somehow he basically should have just said like, hey guys, just want to let you know that y'all blew it and you suck. Lol, idiots.
he just said Omega lol.
Yeah. Pepe.
Oh my god.
Pepe laugh.
Well, they do know when they're being shit on. I'll give them that.
But did you see how they're dancing? They're musical people.
I'd like to see him watch that. DJ Dan Clancy. There's got to be a DJ set, right?
Oh, we're looking.
I feel like I've seen him before. That's his,
Could I just point out that DJ might just be his initials?
no, he's a DJ.
Oh, okay.
That's his thing. He actually is a fucking DJ.
Fair enough.
At least I'm set up to prove that.
Okay, so you're saying that very definitively, but
No, I swear I've seen him do a DJ set.
okay.
Like, I'm on his channel right now. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's all music stuff.
Yeah, I see that.
And then, hold on. Let's find DJ. DJ Dan Nance.
Wait, it's not even DJ
Like that?
Dan Clancy. It's a
How do you say it in
DJ
England when they call
Clancy.
pedos?
That's his name.
Nance?
Nonce, but
Dan Nancy. That's good. And it's Nazi. It's Nazi and pedo in one. Dan
I
Nancy.
mean, just saying, if
as you think it is.
you have this pre-planned out podcast, it might not have been a bad idea to have the
Yeah,
clip
it's his
ready.
initials. That's what I figured.
The DJ?
What's the D then?
What does it stand for?
Dan?
And what?
Joseph.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Hold on, but he does DJ. Okay.
Okay.
Holy shit, Ethan's so fucking stupid. He sees DJ Clancy. I guess he's dyslexic or something, and he says DJ Dan Clancy. I didn't know that his Twitch name was DJ Clancy. It's obviously D as in Dan, J as in his middle name, and then Clancy. Holy fuck, dude. I'm actually kind of shocked. Ethan's on this like righteous crusade to try to show that he's a DJ to shit on him even more. It's kind of hilarious.
I mean, I'll believe you if you show me him DJing.
So it'll turn up. Somebody in the audience. You should send that.
Even if he DJs once.
I sent something in chat of him with BB No Money, but it'll probably
Oh my god, even if Dan Clancy did
video.
a DJing once at a party, does that mean that he's like an active DJ?
You think you're Randy Newman? Guess what? Randy Newman's Jewish. He spits on you. Oh, you think you're Paul Newman? Guess what? He's also Jewish, I think. Spits on you, bitch.
Just on the drying line.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
I remind you of your daddy in his 88.
He's wearing a cowboy hat, too.
I know, and I hate that. I don't give him the permission to wear it.
It's your culture.
I have the authority to say that.
Oh my god.
He can't wear it. Also, Dans with no hair are so much better than.
Hairless Dans are certainly my favorite
much better.
variety of Dan. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thanks, God.
Someone said all of Ethan's enemies are named Dan. There is a lot of Dan stuff floating around the ether right now.
I don't give him permission to wear a cowboy hat. It says
and Dan.
Well, that's
Dan producer Dan is my arch nemesis.
like I can't even really pick this apart too much because at this point they're just playing like pretty mundane clips. Like they would just show the guy walking around and they're like, wow, he's so fucking ugly. He hates Jews so much. When he walks past his synagogue, he gets shit thrown on him through the window. When he walks into a Jewish school, they all spit on him and call him Jew hater. And they change his name to Clancy with a K because he hates Jews so much. It's like, bro, chill the fuck out. What? Like, look at yourself. What are you doing, man? Like, oh, god damn. Again, I can't criticize it that much. All I can do is kind of watch with my mouth agape is they're just really going off the deep end.
Paul Newman is half Jewish. His dad was Jewish, but it looks like he wasn't raised Jewish.
Does that think he's Billy Idol?
Joel?
Billy Joel. You think you're Billy Joel? No fish here, nobody. Is Billy Joel Jewish?
No.
We almost had all of them.
Wait, maybe.
You might have to. Joel, Jewish? Am I Jewish? No, I'm not.
No,
His parents are Jewish.
Jew.
Holy fuck.
Claiming
His parents are Jewish. All three of them. No wonder he's so angry, dude. These three brilliant pianist, composer, musicians are all Jewish. And he's literally Hitler trying to paint a fucking tree. He's like, I can't make music as good as them. I need to kill them all.
Can I share something that I saw last night? It was pretty disturbing. So last night I was in the West Hollywood, big Halloween. And there was a person in Syrian in full Nazi uniforms, wearing a swastika armband, and they were wearing a pig mask. Now, I don't know if they were trying to have a joke or what about this, but it was deeply fucking disturbing.
Was anyone saying anything?
Just out on the street.
I went up, and people were taking pictures next to them doing the civil.
That's crazy.
And
that is not a photo you want.
No, I got really upset and frustrated to the point where I was. There were a lot of cops around. That's all I'm gonna say. But I went up to the motherfucker and I called him out.
Wow, it's almost like there is a much more serious anti-Semitism issue that these people aren't addressing. Because I'll just say it again, criticizing Israel and being labeled a Zionist is not anti-Semitic. Almost like people actually dressing up as Nazis is anti-Semitic, and this show covered the Trump MSG rally,
hostiles have the hard point,
which had heavy connotations of the Nazi rally in MSG, which I believe was in 1940. Let me look this up. 1939 Nazi rally at Madison Square Garden, and they didn't say a fucking peep. So you have an entire political a party right now, pretty much, rhyming with what the Nazis did 85 years ago, and these guys aren't saying shit about it. Instead, I think the best way to combat anti-Semitism is to accuse my friend who is fighting against a genocidal colonial ethno-state of being anti-Semitic. And I'm going to ignore everything that conservatives are doing that are actually promoting Nazis in their rallies and marches. And you have people working on campaigns that are clearly online neo-Nazis, sneaking in Nazi iconography into campaign speeches like that one DeSantis promotional video that is released. And it's crazy. Oh yeah, Donald Trump, he met with Nick Fuentes, Milo Yiannopoulos, and Kanye West, who are all pretty much straight up neo-Nazis. But yeah, let's not talk about Trump's affiliation with Nazis. Let's talk about Hassan. You do not give a fuck about anti-Semitism, and I think Ethan. I haven't seen this. I think Ethan's gonna be like, "Wow, that's bad." Well, let's talk more about Twitch. We
don't reward failure. Work out what we're doing.
I said this. You are disgusting. You are the problem. This is not right. How fucking dare you do this?
And what did he say?
He just stood there and just. It's still bumming me out and bothering the shit.
Honestly, at that point, you should
I was actually
I just connected the dots.
Jesus, he's scared.
Pig mask. Who was in that pit behind that pig mask? Dan fucking Clancy.
Bro.
Sorry, go ahead, Dan.
God, this is actually gross for me, man. He hears his friend talking about a real experience that was extremely dehumanizing for him, and obviously traumatizing to an extent where you see someone protected by social institutions, the police, and you see this person advocating for your extinction, advocating for the extermination of you and the people that are related to you. What does Ethan do? He says, "Man, that sucks. You know who that was? It was probably this Twitch CEO," and then makes a joke about it. It's like, holy shit, Ethan, this is actually serious. This is a real instance of anti-Semitism. and you're bringing it back to this crusade that you have in your mind, and making a joke about it, honestly, kind of diminishing his producer's experience. And this is another indicator that Ethan really does not give a fuck about anti-Semitism, and he's doing this because it's like his internet drama beef. That's kind of what it is at this point, where he's making up dramas pretty much out of thin air and just hammering home at it. He's attacked Hassan multiple times for not being, like, for reasons other than anti-Semitism. And at this point, it's kind of become, I want to win this argument. It's no longer about combating anti-Semitism.
Ask.
Nancy Solsick?
Dan fucking Clancy. Sorry, go ahead, Dan.
Domination.
Oh, I was just saying, not that I thought you were lying, Zach, but I was just like, when you showed me the picture, I was like, oh, wow, he really is just standing there in a Nazi uniform doing a big out. Sunset Boulevard, it's pretty crazy.
And I mean, once again, it just shows how blasé people are about anti-Semitism. It's cute, it's funny, let's take photos. And this is in LA, like the most tolerant place.
West Hollywood. That's why I was like shocked he was telling me.
Do you think if someone was cruising around in a Klan's outfit that people would be like taking photos with them?
Well, he waited till Halloween so he could stealth.
Okay, dude, the Klan is anti-Semitic too. Also, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, a lot of people fucking hate Nazis. Why do you think there was so much police there? Do you think they were there to, like, arrest the guy or take pictures with him? They were there to protect the guy from people that were probably willing to attack him. Every time there's a Nazi rally, there's counter-protesters. People hate Nazis. This is an insane take. You think people were taking selfies with the fucking Hitler hailing guy?
Oh, yeah.
Say what?
I said it was Halloween, so he was waiting to hide his.
I know. He was waiting. This was his moment. Yeah. But I feel like if somebody was cruising around in a Klansman outfit, they would get pretty quickly.
Klansmen are anti-Semitic as well.
Holy a line of people. And I was so Chantal had to pull me away because I was ready to fucking beat the shit out of this motherfucker.
I wish I knew how to fight because I'd be, you know what I mean? I'd feel a lot more.
Well, this dude,
I'd be like, instead I'm like, hey, you know, I just want to say.
This person was a short little piece of shit.
Oh,
it wouldn't have been a problem for me. I just didn't know if he had a knife or a gun.
You could have just like, you know what we should have done if I was there? Get the photo ready, yank the mask off.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but
I'll call it Dan Clancy.
You never know what crazy people might be. You don't want to.
Which is what Chantal was saying. She pulled me away.
You never know. You never know. You don't want to do that.
Well, that does suck that people were wanting to take pictures with that guy. I mean, I hope that, I'm glad that, I don't know this guy's name, but I'm glad he was there to yell at him. That's great.
Do you want to show the photo?
Oh, yeah, I sent it.
Oh, shit. Okay, we have a photo.
Yeah, people willing to dress up like this in public is probably also willing to shoot.
Not to defend this guy, because obviously it's a horrible move, but like the pig mask, maybe they were like Nazi pig, like they were trying to be anti.
No, but why perform? Like that's that's an act of
There was another picture.
Dude, there's a gajillion ways to parody a Nazi.
For sure.
And it's not dressing up and doing Sig Heils for everybody.
Definitely not doing the Sig Heil. Like that's just
yeah.
And I mean, pig is like a Jewish fucking anti-Semitic thing.
It was really disturbing. There was another picture that I found on Twitter, a better shot.
Oh, other people were talking about this?
Like this was fucking like what the fuck?
Was this from someone else?
Yeah, this is what I found on Twitter.
Okay.
The first one I took.
Oh my god. He's up there. Look how bold he is.
I know.
Look how he's standing up and nobody cares. Look at that. Nobody cares. Nobody has a single fucking word for him.
I couldn't fucking believe it.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked
It's
up.
insane how blatant people are. Like there was some dude, I think in college, they had like the blackface just blatantly. Like I think it was like a Diddy and the girl was like a baby oil, and they were having a couple. I mean, it went viral. And how do you think you ever gonna get away with shit like that?
Well,
Let's read this. So rooted in local Protestant communities, the KKK sought to maintain white supremacy it often took a prohibition stance, and it opposed Jews while also stressing its opposition to the alleged political power of the Pope and the Catholic Church.
We're losing
so
Alpha.
Once again, Ethan doesn't really give a fuck too much about real anti-Semitism. And he's like, oh, well, if there was a different form of bigotry, I bet people would be attacking him. But when it's the people that also hated the Jews, I bet people want to be attacking him. Stupid.
Could be speaking out of turn. Maybe people do walk around doing like extraordinarily racist. I mean, they do, right? And so maybe I'm just not as used to it as black people are. You know what I mean?
I've never seen anything like this.
This is, yeah, I've never seen anything like this either.
But yeah, it really disturbed the shit out of me.
It's disgusting.
He's lucky that he didn't come across the wrong Israeli.
I mean,
Israeli? Jesus, dude.
That's not my.
Do you think it's only Israelis that would like hate the Nazis? And again, not every Israeli is Jewish. AirPods. Alright, let's continue this.
Something that was, I don't know. She wasn't right.
Well, they should go viral too. This is LA, West Hollywood. There it is. There it is, Dan. I mean, I'm actually kind of not joking right now. Like, this is Dan Clancy. Like, this is what Twitch is doing. It's making people feel too fucking comfortable hating Jews. I don't hate Jews. I just hate them. Oh my God. So what is a Zionist?
An egg that should die, and like they say the most vile things about Zionism.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fair, right?
Not to do that.
Should genocidal colonial fucks not die?
Oppression Olympics with my black brothers and sisters. Did that person get busted? The blackface guy?
I would bet so. But I mean, it makes sense. Like, whatever ethnicity you are, you're going to see and pay attention to.
Right.
The specific thing that hits closer to home, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that you guys are seeing that more. Any other ethnicity are seeing that more. It's fucked up.
I never seen anything like this in my whole life.
No, I know, it's so funny. It's like,
anyway, shout out
when
to
Ethan gets confronted by real anti-Semitism, he's like, what? This is actually a thing? I've never seen anything like this at all. It's like, okay, there's Nazi rallies all over the place. And again, this is extremely indicative of the fact that Ethan doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about when we're talking about anti-Semitism. He's so online, so involved in his own little bubble of Twitch or YouTube and the people that he's done like internet stuff with, that he can't really break out of that to look at a lot of other fucking anti-Semitism. Again, the fucking Nazi rally in 1939 being paralleled by Trump's Nazi rally that he did in Madison Square Garden last week. Talking about how the KKK hates black people, and so no one would care, or people would care about that, not even realizing that they also fucking hate the Jews.
This is the Joker too, so.
Dude, you had the end. You could have done anything to him.
There was
also, does he think that the only people that don't like the Nazis are Israeli Jews? Come on, man. Like, it is Holocaust denialism to say that only 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust, and ignoring everyone else that died. So we can look this up here. So 6 million Jews, 4.5. All right, I'm just going to show you here. 6 million Jews, 4.5 Soviet civilians, 3.3 million Soviet prisoners of war, 1.8 million Poles, 310,000 Serbs, 270,000 disabled people, 250 to 500,000 Romani, and then Freemasons, Slovenes, homosexuals, Spanish Republicans, Jehovah's Witnesses. 17 million people died. So if you're just going to talk about how Jews hate Nazis, that's extreme Holocaust revisionism, and that is a form of bigotry in and of itself, man. Like, not knowing your history and focusing only on the Jews is actually extremely disrespectful to all of these other millions of people that died in the Holocaust.
Sheriff's Department. I didn't want to spend the night in jail, but
yeah, you don't need to.
Yeah,
would have been fucking badass though.
No, stop. We're not encouraging that.
I wanted to. Believe me, that would have been sick, dude.
You did the right thing, but
I would have actually supported this guy if he like socked the guy in the face. Like, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. It's even if you're like, oh, I'm gonna be a Nazi for Halloween now. Like, go fuck yourself.
Not doing that because you don't know if this guy has a knife or a gun.
Yeah, my life is not worth the fucking low life piece of shit.
I doubt this coward would put up a fight.
Would the police take it serious if you like reported this as a hate crime? Because I'm sure he took his mask off at some point during this night.
I thought about that, but isn't that technically freedom of speech?
I don't think it's a hate crime to dress up.
I mean, he was just standing there.
In a hateful group.
You can definitely wear a Nazi uniform.
Oh, that's epic.
Break the law here.
You can be racist here.
In Europe, that would be against the law, right, Love? Like,
I got a bunch of shit about a bunch of Europeans, but yes, my understanding is if you do something against a certain folk
Protected groups, we say.
protected group, you'll get fucked by it. But there's exceptions and loopholes about that too. So, yeah.
But I mean, if you're inciting like chaos and
all right, we have a lot more to get through, so let's skip to this Ukrainian hit piece on Hassan from a former Hassan fan.
That sounds delicious.
Teddy convinced me to buy it. It was like 40
God, this is like an hour and a half long.
It tasted like an ordinary pineapple.
Yeah,
but it was
very,
pink.
very normal.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ian.
Okay.
There it is. It's the
Gotta
fruit tier
lock
list.
in.
Everybody
Hour and a
can
half
rest
long.
Easy, knowing that beefs have been categorized, they have been rated, and now you know what to buy from the store.
Why is there mold in the lunch lane?
Guys, forgive me, I'm speeding it up to
we're gonna move on
1.5.
to Galia, who I'm looking forward to hearing talk about Ukraine. I gotta pee though, so I'll be right back.
In case anybody missed her last time, she is one of our employees.
All right, you know what? I'm going to break this up into 2 videos. So this was part number 1 on Ethan responding to Dan Clancy and also just doing some kind of like exposing his lack of awareness of anti-Semitism and honestly some Holocaust revisionism from Ethan Klein here. So pretty gross stuff all around from these guys. And Ethan not knowing how to respond to real anti-Semitism that his producer stumbled upon in the streets of LA. Dumb stuff. And this is going to be the end of part 1. And part 2, I will be covering Galia and her talking about Hassan's takes on.
It's incredible.
Yeah, let's run it back here.
A red hat that drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
I mean, the timing's unbelievable. That's like literally a perfect, like a cold open joke.
Took a brief moment, a brief pause to just deliver it.
And that pause was just like so. Yeah, it's somewhere between a half and a full second. The beat was perfect.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
It's
he can't help
timed.
himself being He's just insane.
Yeah.
He's got that insane look in his eyes.
Yeah, when your pupils are like that.
Yeah. He looks like he's on mushrooms constantly.
So there's a lot of content that's coming out of this shit, dude. And we're gonna get to all of it, but a little bit of background. So I guess Torresdale or Feasterville community.
Feasterville.
They shut down this Mickey D's.
It's a community where everybody eats Feasterville.
They're It's Mr. Beast. No, it's a Mr. Beast community. Yeah.
I'm moving to Feasterville.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Feasterville.
I love that they were like, while we are not a political organization, we proudly open our doors to everyone, and as a locally owned and operated location, this visit provides a unique opportunity to shine a light on the positive impact of small businesses here. Small businesses in Feasterville.
McDonald's in Feasterville.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the classic. You know what? I didn't even consider that. How the fuck, like brand wise, how did McDonald's let this happen?
Because it's a franchise. So I think, I guess.
Are you allowed, are they allowed to use in your franchise clauses and shit? Are you allowed to support? What if some guy wanted to have a meet and greet at his McDonald's and take pictures?
Well, McDonald's Israel did that literally. They were like, hey, "Are you tired and hungry from have a free McGriddle? Have a McDouble on us." And then
see if they were allies, they would give them McGriddles and they would fall asleep.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just make them sluggish.
Yeah, that's true.
Should have thought of it, dude. We should take over McDonald's, and that's how we turn the tide.
Yeah. Well, then they did. The McDonald's cutter was like, we are very angry at. We are not related to the McDonald's in Israel. This is different.
That's so crazy,
there were literally McDonald's foreign franchises that were duking it out with one another for a while.
So weird.
In early October. That's crazy.
The next war will be fought. There will be a McDonald's civil war.
That's how you know. That's how you know the American Empire is ending, because the meme is no two places that have McDonald's franchises have ever fought one another. That's what people used to say.
You're right. It's over.
Now it's
Cats are so fucking stupid.
As America's
we got too big.
Yeah, as America's power
But you know what's nice?
runs out.
You know what's
Like,
nice?
for
I was
real, I've
reading
known
a
these
little bit
cats for
about- I got
decades.
interested in like
They don't
medieval
even.
shit. And when the Roman Empire,
I still don't think they understand the concept of I'm talking to them. Like I'm looking at them, saying things. They're like they're either ignoring me or they're stupid. I believe either one.
because this is over, America's over. I think that's pretty clear. If that's not clear to you, you're dumb. But it took like 300 years for like the Romans for shit to really collapse.
But they also were
we'll
like,
be dead. Like our, your children.
But they also had a much longer runway.
True, that's
so
true.
I think like that time frame of like empire shortens dramatically.
Interesting.
Year over year, and even like the death and destruction of empire shortens as well. I think so. We're kind of speed running it.
Oh damn! I was really hoping to have a couple generations of like half ruin. I guess you could argue that's what this is. All our infrastructure's gone.
Yeah, everything is like falling apart.
Damn.
But hey, we got Donald Trump serving fries.
That's true.
People are just like waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6.
Hello, my strange little onions. With the Supreme Court set to overturn Roe v. Wade, there are a lot of people giving their hot takes on the situation. I am not going to do that. Instead, I am going to tell you about how I have been trolling trolls in the comment sections of those videos. I was watching a video with a Harvard professor, and she was citing a study that said 99% of women do not regret having an abortion 5 years later. And I was scrolling through comments, and I saw this woman saying, I think it's... Why am I doing it in the man voice? I think it's more like 99% of women regret having an abortion. I had an abortion, and I regret it. Her comment didn't have anyone interacting with it, so I decided to help her out. I ate an entire frozen pizza for dinner, and I do regret it right now because I feel very bloated, and I have bad heartburn, I commented. What does that have to do with anything? She commented. Just because eating the entire frozen pizza wasn't the right decision for me, that doesn't mean it wasn't the right decision for a lot of people. I don't think we should limit people's access to frozen pizza just because of my personal experience, I commented. These are very different things. Pizza is food and abortion is murder, she commented. Thank you for sharing your personal opinion, but I am going to have to disagree with you. I don't take moral advice from murderers, I commented. I am not a murderer, she commented. But you had an abortion, and abortion is murder. Ergo, using your logic, you are a murderer, I commented. Do you think abortion is murder? She commented. No. Typical liberal, you can't have it both ways, she commented. Okay, baby unaliver, I commented. You shut your damn mouth. When I had my abortion, there were extenuating circumstances. You liberals are all like with your finger pointing and mental gymnastics, twisting everything to fit your narrative, she commented. Let me get this straight. You are the only woman in the history of the world who has ever had extenuating circumstances regarding her abortion. And even though you regret your abortion and all abortion is murder, your abortion was not murder because you had extenuating circumstances regarding your abortion. Ergo making you the only woman in the history of the world who has ever had an abortion that was not murder. And you think liberals are the ones with mental gymnastics? I commented. You are vile and you are going to rot in hell, she commented. Why? I've never had an abortion, I commented. Thank you so much for watching, my strange little onions. Have a hug, a cookie, and a juice box. And please interact with this video. Like, comment, maybe send it to a friend. Help keep me on the right side of TikTok. Hello, my strange little onions. With the Supreme Court set to overturn Roe v. Wade, there are a lot of people giving their hot takes on the situation. I am not going to do that. Instead, I am going to tell you about how I have been trolling trolls in the comment sections of those videos. I was watching...
Enemy sniper's done.
Sincerely sad. Her husband got but I think they were farming TikTok clips. I mean, remember, these people...
Dude, this is... I think Destiny is sincerely one of the worst human beings I've ever encountered. This is insane. Like, this statement is so insane. Anyway, speaking of Israel, how to defend genocide by Bad Empanada. A lot of people wanted me to watch this. Apparently, this is a very good analysis on, you know, broader points of obviously, broader points on Israel doing a genocide in Gaza, but then also simultaneously covering it from the drama angle. I think that Bad Empanada is doing a good job of, like, using the drama angle to get people's attention to issues that truly matter. Now, Bad Empanada, I do not agree with a lot of the things that he says. As a matter of fact, I would say I agree with nothing that he says on Twitter, okay? Bad Empanada also is not a fan of mine in many instances and has said that I am not sufficiently pro-Palestine and that I fucked up by going to the DNC or something like that. I don't know. He's a bit crazy. He's out there. But even though we might have our disagreements, okay, even though we have our disagreements, certainly, I've always maintained the position that his work on YouTube stands on its own. His YouTube essays are fantastic. His YouTube essays are awesome, and they're well sourced and well researched for the most part. Okay, Bad Empanada is against reacting to his videos on stream. Yeah, okay, well, copy strike me then. Just kidding. I know that he's not. He has said that before. But in that same time frame, he has also demanded that I react to some of his videos over and over again. So I don't know where he stands on that, because, like I said, I mean, I am subscribed to his channel. I have watched his videos in the past, not on stream. And all I'm gonna say is, you can't. Maybe next week he'll hate that I'm watching his videos, and maybe this week he doesn't. Who knows? Okay, I don't care.
Viable. What do you do when you are completely committed to defending a state, no matter what it does, when what it's doing makes doing that increasingly difficult?
In the chat, it costs nothing. Why are you saying this? Like, why do you act like we don't do that all the time whenever we watch YouTube videos on this channel? This is one of my least favorite types of chatters who come in here and demand something that we have literally done every single time to make it seem as though we don't do it. It's so smug and so goddamn annoying. You know what I mean? It's passive aggressive nonsense. Don't do that. Can you at least spam his link? It costs nothing. Like, you literally are scolding me for something that I always do. The link always gets pinned in the chat. I already said I've subscribed to his channel. The title is right here, and they'll do what they do, you know?
And when trying to do so, will invariably make you come off as more than a little bit ridiculous, as well as a global tier genocide propagandist. It turns out that self-assigned job is really quite difficult. And I'm going to go over some examples here that show just how hard of a task these brave pro-genocide propagandists have committed themselves to in their fanatical, never-ending quest to justify, downplay, apologize for, or deny anything they think they possibly can regarding the ongoing Gaza genocide. This video was made possible thanks to my supporters on Patreon and Ko-fi. If you like it and you'd like to see more like it, consider heading over there and supporting me yourself. This is Israel's self-appointed lawyer, the YouTuber Lonerbox. He has taken it upon himself to do every possible thing that he can to defend Israel's Gaza genocide. You're about to see him attempt his best defense of the revelation from a New York Times investigation that Israeli soldiers have intentionally been massacring.
That motherfucker defended? No. There is no way this dude literally defended the babies with bullets lodged in their goddamn brains, dude. That is.
He did. I watched this video already. Empanada, peace and love.
Precise shots to the head. Multiple doctors and nurses who spent time serving in Gaza hospitals during the genocide attested to the fact that between them, they had seen many dozens, upwards of 100.
Wait, he's telling you he's a freak? Dog, he actively has the audience attack because I asked him about that? Dude, my statement on this remains, okay? You never get punished if you are wrong, but wrong in the direction of whatever America's foreign policy interests are. Never, ever, ever, okay? You can just be wrong literally all the time, but as long as you have like, as long as you are repeating messages that are coming, as long as you are repeating institutional messages, as long as you're repeating American foreign policy goals, it literally does not matter. No one tracks it as like, damn, dude, I keep listening to you and I keep finding myself wrong all the time.
100 in total cases of children shot in the head, and they provided the New York Times with x-rays that show these injuries, as well as photographic evidence, which the Times considered too graphic to publish, of these children's gunshot wounds to the head. The evidence that this is a systemic practice of the Israeli military in Gaza is quite overwhelming. So how does...
When you showed Lonerbox's videos earlier this year, I tried to say your admirable charitability was wasted on him, and his chat told him to whisper me to intimidate me.
How does a pro-genocide propagandist deal with this? Let's take a look. Here is the reaction of Israel's lawyer to seeing political commentator Mehdi Hassan bring this up in a debate.
3 American doctors went to Gaza. Dr. Fayaz Sidwa, Dr. Irfan Galaria, and a Jewish American doctor called Dr. Mark Perlmutter. All of them came back at separate times, said children were brought into hospitals we were in with gunshot to the head, sniper shots. Perfect. Exact targets. There is no tunnel that justifies shooting toddlers in the head. Israeli snipers.
Does this guy not know how sniping jobs work? Like, the problem with sniping isn't like the accuracy is not because obviously you got your scope and the like. Yeah, it's quite easy. You can accurately snipe, but targets and personnel move really, really fast when you're sniping. Like, snipers make their decisions in less than a split second in combat situations.
Child's heads are really hard to target in an active combat situation. Excuse me. Children's heads are way harder to target, so we should be celebrating. What's the point here? What? Okay, yeah. Yeah, they're precise. That's the point. These, you know, these snipers targeted children in the head and shot them in the head.
Unless he's suggesting there were just a couple of kids sitting on the hill.
No, they were running. Okay, they were running, and a sniper utilized their precise targeting capabilities to shoot them in the head.
The guy opposite in a building just went, got him, take him out.
And I'm fairly certain that that is what happened. This is the guy who clip chimps you to the liberals, and they quote tweeted all day, by the way, and the level of crazier haters adhere to. Yeah, I have not given a fuck about all my haters as long as they had like normal positions on this, but it seems like I was wrong. And it seems like I was incredibly wrong on Lonerbox having like relatively decent positions on Israel. Holy dude, this is like extreme. This is maxed out.
But he's committing a war crime. But I don't think that's Israeli policy, is to snipe kids for no reason. To snipe toddlers, but okay.
Oh, it's just an accident. You know, it's just, guys, this is just a happy accident. An unhappy accident. You don't understand.
Shrubs and Bob Ross.
So the rebuttal there is that apparently this is just happening by accident. Israeli snipers are accidentally shooting hundreds of kids in the head because...
A pattern observable by healthcare professionals. Okay, so commonplace that it is a pattern that healthcare professionals that went and worked on the field observed it independently of one another, so much so that they all were like shocked when they revealed this information to one another, so much so that even the New York Times wrote an article about it when, you know, they've played a pretty formative role in actively undermining any kind of like humanity the Palestinians may have.
They are mistaking them for fighters. or something. And apparently this guy is a sniper expert, and that's how he knows this is happening. It really is that simple.
Does this guy not know how sniping jobs work?
Now, refuting this on a factual basis seems redundant and stupid to even do, because it's clear that he's just making this up in the moment. It's not really a serious argument or anything. He's just desperate to defend anything that Israel does, and that's just what happened to come to his mind in that moment. Nonetheless, it can be refuted on a factual basis. You aim for the head in an assassination when you are sure that you have the shot, and your aim is not to disable the target as a threat, but rather to ensure a kill. In a combat situation, if these were militants who pose a threat, the aim first and foremost is to disable them as a threat, rather than to kill them. And the head is a much smaller target than the body, so it is far safer to aim for the body. So there being so many headshots makes it very, very clear that these are deliberate, targeted killings of children. You do not accidentally, precisely aim at the head of a child and pull the trigger hundreds of times. Not that it would stop being a war crime.
Dude, your own Turkish government is doing this into the Kurds. Dude, that's crazy. If you can point to a moment where I've actually agreed with that policy, you know, I'll give you $10,000, all right? What the fuck are you talking about? I literally had a YPG fighter on my stream who I'm close friends with. Suck my okay? What is this? What is this deflection? What is this whataboutism? Okay? And no, the extent of the violence that the Turkish government, Turkish military subjects Kurds to is horrifying, completely unacceptable. I've criticized it over and over again. But make no mistake, even the Kurds in this community will agree that what is happening to the Palestinians is even worse than that. There's no reason to do the Olympics of like who's worse, but you are out of your mind, okay? This does not mean I'm giving permission or agreeing with the Turkish military.
And if they were killing hundreds of preteen children with body shots,
they pretend to get blown up by a bomb to make fun of Palestinians. The world has got good taste. Didn't you say you thought these people were bad? And the only reason I know is because I didn't get pissed by the shit left on Twitter and posting shit responding to is disgusting. Who made a video? Who made a video pretending to be blown up by a bomb? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I think you forget that like I might not have the same level of investment with like online content creators that you do. Okay, it's so racist and disingenuous. You are American as well, both in citizenship, but also you are paying taxes that fund this genocide, so you should care about it. Yeah. Also, I can't go back to Turkey. So that's the other part of this for all of my many criticisms of the Turkish government. So imagine not knowing the takes of these loser YouTubers. Exactly. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? I don't know. I don't know what like all the latest and greatest of genocide defenses you guys are fucking engaged with. I don't really care.
It's by any means. And it would also be quite obvious anyway, looking through a sniper scope, that you are looking at a child and not a militant. To precisely aim for the head, line up a shot, take
Does
the
this video have TOS?
shot and hit it, not just once, but hundreds of times, indicates a level of intent that can only reasonably be described as systematic. But what is Israel's lawyer's argument for why he thinks that despite that overwhelming evidence, it's actually not so obvious? Well,
but I don't think that's Israeli policy, is to snipe kids for no reason. To snipe toddlers. But okay.
You heard right. Just that he thinks Israel wouldn't do it. That's all. That's all he needs. They wouldn't do it. I don't believe they would do it. Evidence be damned. They are not doing it. I said so. Case closed. There's a clear...
So how does he... I would love to find out what he thinks about like why the New York Times wrote this article then. Like what is the... It's just a unfortunate accident like that has played itself over, you know, hundreds of times. Like it doesn't have to be official policy, okay? That's not how this works. When you create a killing field, it doesn't matter. You just let loose whatever kind of violent behavior that your occupying forces are engaging in. That's how you arrive at like triple tapping a humanitarian aid convoy that is there engaging in deconfliction with the Israeli government at that time. That's what happened with World Central Kitchen, okay? It's not a oopsie, all right? It's not. It is disordered deliberately in order to have some shred of plausible deniability, I guess.
Implication there, which should be obvious to anyone who is familiar with the rhetoric of pro-Israel propagandists, that also implying that they would do that intentionally is anti-Semitic. And this sort of claim is very oft-repeated. For example, in this tweet by another pro-Israel propagandist who was very adamant that Israel would simply never kill a child intentionally. It's impossible. They just committed tens of thousands of unfortunate accidents, systematically, in a clear pattern over the course of a year. Or this abhorrent Guardian article where another pro-Israel propagandist explicitly argues that the media citing factual information about Israel murdering children is a form of anti-Semitic blood libel. Now, Israel's lawyer isn't quite as explicit as that guy was, but the implication is there. He knows what he's doing. The others who do the same thing know what they're doing. The best argument that they have is that in spite of all the evidence that makes it clear as day that they are in fact doing this, they wouldn't do it. After all, they're Jewish. Jewish people can't commit atrocities like everyone else. How dare you imply otherwise? Aside from massacring children, women, men, the elderly, babies, pretty much anyone they can get their hands on, Israel has also been making their defenders' jobs quite a bit harder by just plain making shit up all the time. Whether it's elaborate, obviously fake 3D renderings of Hamas command centers under a hospital, which they then use to justify multiple massacres committed at that hospital, or making ludicrous claims like Palestinians massacring 40 babies, the job of the self-appointed lawyers of Israel becomes harder with every single claim made. Let's refer back to that one again to see how he dealt with the 40 beheaded babies claim.
Again, this is why it's like the 40 beheaded babies. That hoax was not an Israeli, I think there's a better way to put it. The 40 beheaded babies was not actually an Israeli government hoax. It wasn't. It was a misspeak from a journalist that was spread around the world by a few nutters, and then the people who really made it last were people who were anti-Israel. They were the ones who spread that. They're the ones who...
Dog, Joe Biden didn't... Am I crazy? What? Joe Biden, the anti-Israeli nutter. Look alive, Jack. Israel. The Zionist entity must be dismantled piece by piece. Look alive. The Mujahideen. That's the way I see myself. One struggle, united. That's why I'm spreading this pro-Israeli propaganda. Because I'm anti-Israel down the line. I've seen the videos. We beat Medicare.
To have kept that alive.
So his strategy here is not to blame that propaganda on the Israelis who made it up and spread it, but rather to blame the people who are against Israel's genocide for calling them out on it and not allowing them to forget it. The first part of this strategy here is not a very advanced one. It's known as lying. He lies about this idea that this was just an error made by one reporter, which was not spread by the Israeli state or other Israeli propagandists, nor anyone of any significance. It was merely mostly picked up on by opponents of Israel, solely by them, which is apparently a bad thing for them to do because, I don't know, apparently it's wrong to point out that Israel is inventing abhorrent, obviously fake, genocide-justifying propaganda over and over again because who knows why? He doesn't explain it. Here's the thing, though. This was spread by the State of Israel. It was spread by Eilon Levy, their official spokesman at the time. It was spread all over official Israeli social media. It was spread by Netanyahu's personal spokesperson.
When you listed the unconscionable atrocities that took place in that kibbutz, you did say that babies had been decapitated. Can I take that as confirmation then? Because that currently is being reported as reported action. That has actually happened as it turns.
Toddlers, babies, I can tell you.
Yeah, these guys are all anti-Israeli, actually. Like, that's what it is. These guys are all bad empanada. You don't understand. You don't understand. These are anti-Israeli nutters.
Some of them, heads were cut off. This is what we're hearing from from soldiers.
Yeah, they're just like deep undercover, I think.
On the ground, and yes, they cut off heads. They cut off heads.
Which was then seen by US President Joe Biden, who then repeated the claim uncritically in a press conference.
I've been doing this a long time. I never really thought that I would see and have confirmed pictures of terrorists beheading children.
Yeah, that was so, dude, oh my God. Post-truth world, no more truth, no more facts. Get YOLO, okay? YOLO. Here's more liberals post-truth world. Over 700 Starlink satellites have been taken out of orbit. 13.7 million votes missing. Millions received message that there wasn't a ballot that was counted. The vote count in VA, New Jersey, New York, blah, 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 is skewed, but Trump doesn't have more votes. Harris has less voters, okay? Boom. Joey Bonarino, Banano, the real Joey Banano, 55,000 likes. You got nominated? What did I get nominated for? For Streamer Awards? Hey, congratulations. Thank you. It's an honor to be nominated. What am I nominated for? For the Streamer Awards, just chatting? Nice. Hell yeah. Respect. Thank you. Y'all better vote for me. Congratulating yourself? Yeah. All right, let's continue.
I never thought I'd ever... Anyway.
Biden, the most powerful politician in the world, the leader of the state that is Israel's prime backer and accomplice, continued to repeat that claim for months afterwards. So apparently this claim was just made by one reporter and, you know, just sort of was a fart in the wind, according to this guy, when in actual reality, it was spread precisely by the Israeli state itself and their key ally, enabler, and supporter, the President of the United States of America. So the strategy of Israel's lawyer here was firstly just to lie, and then also to build on top of that lie by doing some impossibly stupid mental gymnastics to somehow spin global sphere propaganda, specifically spread by Israel to justify its genocide, on the people who are against the genocide. And I gotta say, it doesn't work at all. It is just kind of self-evidently ludicrous how these people are twisting themselves into knots to justify the unjustifiable. To willingly not just embarrass yourself in public like this, but to do it for the purposes of justifying genocide. I don't think there is an adjective that is strong enough to describe that level of both idiocy and depravity. The Israelis, their supporters, and their American allies spread an obvious lie about fake dead Israeli babies to justify their massacre of thousands of very real Palestinian babies. And we have people like this not talking about those actually real massacred Palestinian babies, but rather how Israeli propaganda about fake massacred Israeli babies is actually to blame on those who are against Israel's genocide. The pure dismissiveness that this guy displays when it comes to Palestinians being massacred, children, babies being killed, it's just inhuman. But if you thought that was bad, how about we move on to one of Lonabox's best friends and frequent collaborators, the streamer Destiny. Topically, he had some comments to make about the self-evidently absurd 40 beheaded babies propaganda, in which he just uncritically accepted Israeli propaganda entirely at its word.
The beheaded baby one, it was mostly factually correct, right? There were 40 dead babies, at least one was decapitated.
I'm sorry, what? Once again, I will repeat my position. You can be correct every single time, but if you are against American foreign policy, they will never let you live it down. They will say you're a terrorist, okay? They will say you are a terrorist. But you can be wrong literally every single day. You can be wrong every single day, and you will not get punished for it at all. I'm shocked. Like, my lack of interest in like covering the dumb shit that this loser has been saying is bad. It's bad. It's a mistake, I think. I'm glad that Bad Empanada has taken on the task.
They weren't all 40 decapitated, right? But so it's mostly correct, not 40 beheaded babies, just 40 dead babies with a few of their heads cut off, right?
So much for it only being hung on to by those dastardly anti-genocide people, huh?
There's a misspeak from a journalist that was spread around the world by a few nutters.
Now let's compare the standard of evidence that Destiny has for accepting ridiculous claims made by Israelis with the standard of evidence that he applies to literal video evidence of Palestinians being executed right before his eyes by the Israeli military.
I don't think the beheaded babies thing is worth talking about anymore. What matters is the actual harm that's being done to the Palestinians right now. I know it might be fun to be right, but like I don't think it's super important right now. Be stupid. This is not just about the beheaded baby. This is about an anatomy of defending genocide and how people get away with defending genocide. None of this is fun, by the way.
Now, it can't show the context of the clip that he is reacting to here for fear of potentially getting this video taken down by YouTube.
They're so used to being in their own little echo chambers. The second the spotlight is on them, it just speaks for itself. Yeah. It is, I think this is the video that got Mike banned. Be careful. Yeah, what he said while watching the video is what got him banned, not the contents of the video.
For showing someone literally dying. But I will describe it to you, and there will be a link in the description. A reporter for the British news outlet ITV approaches a group of people in an Israeli-declared safe zone for civilians. These people are holding a white flag and waving it in order to make it clear to any Israeli troops that they are civilians. The reporter interviews a few of them. They explain that they are evacuating because, as is clear from the billowing smoke and gunshots which can be heard in the background, the supposed safe zone is no longer safe. Having interviewed the men, the interviewer turns around and leaves. Suddenly, Israeli troops begin firing on this group, and they hit one of them, killing him instantly. He is pulled aside behind cover by his companions, where they are joined by other civilians who are also evacuating. Amidst their screams and cries as they realize that he is dead, the Israeli soldiers begin to fire on them again. To reiterate, again, this was a group of civilians, including children, who were waving white flags. They had done everything that Israel had told them to do. They were in an Israeli-declared safe area, and they were in the process of evacuating to a different safe area. So what did Destiny think about this? Well,
the interview complete, our cameraman walked away.
So like why? So he is interviewing the guy who's about to go do some shit to get himself killed, basically. That's what's gonna happen. We know from this point, that's what's gonna happen.
Why is that what's gonna happen? That is so crazy, bro. Why would that happen if you're coming up to, like, with white flags, we're civilians, please don't shoot us? Why should it be assumed that's a death sentence? That is such a fucked up take. What is wrong with you? Like, how does anyone listen to this and, like, when it hits their brain, they're kind of like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, sure, I get that. The natural response to that kind of dog shit should be, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? Like, whoa, what? Why are people waving white flags getting shot? Why should they expect to be getting shot? Why? Those are all the actions someone who would take who is like, I'm surrendering, I am not a threat, please don't shoot me. Why should someone doing that expect to be shot? Tell us, Destiny, you fucking nutbag. What the hell's wrong with you, bro? Holy shit. Okay, I want to hear what Hassan's going to say about this, because I'm sure his take's going to be better than mine, but similar. I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see what Hassan has to say about this. He's probably gonna lose his fuck. I can already tell he's gonna lose his mind. His eyes are widening.
So he walks away, gets back a little bit, and then he sets up behind this thing, right? Is this concealment, I guess? Not cover, concealment, right? Because I think the tank's over here. So now he can capture the footage right here. He sees the guys walking, knowing that they're about to get shot, because that's what's going to happen.
He doesn't know they're about to get shot. Why would he expect him to get shot?
This is it. It's like act 1, 2, and 3. It's like all here. Now this guy is down. He's dead. These guys are like...
and fatally wounded.
They're not even like... They're not even running. They're not.
What doesn't he expect these people to do? Like, what the? He just like, he does not look at these people as like actual human beings with like actual human reactions to situations. They want to live, bro. It's kind, and you're just kind of like, why do they even exist? Why do they even walk down the street? Because they're gonna die. Like, what the dude? If you don't go anywhere and you don't have anything to eat or drink, you're gonna need to move, bro. You're gonna have to go somewhere else, and you're just kind of like, why even go somewhere else? They're gonna die. It's so psychotic. I can't believe this is the level of discourse we're at right now in the United States as far as like politics goes. So the lack of self is so sick. It's unbelievably sick. Like, is empathy dead? Can you not look at a situation and be like, well, what if I was in that situation? There's no way he's doing that right now. There's no fucking way he can be like, how does he expect to live, waving a white flag in the street? Like, dude, how would you feel if you were like, if you were walking down the street with a white flag being like, please don't shoot me, and you like get shot and someone like you is like, what the fuck were you expecting? Crazy.
They're not even like cowering and running away and screaming in fear. There's like, okay, well, they did it. We got our shots. Okay, is this guy done? Oh, shit. Well, okay. Well, we brought the white flag so we can put that over the bleeding part, assuming he got shot in it, actually, right?
Flag.
And then this guy, what, is this guy running back to grab the wife?
By this stage, the man's wife, his widow, has heard what happened.
And then, like, what does this mean? The wife has heard what happened. Like, bro, this is crazy.
Her husband's dead, bro. Are you crazy? Are you not human? Either like the most cold-blooded motherfucker or the most autistic motherfucker. Understand human emotions.
Easy. I'm sorry. The tracking live movement shot of the lady running up to her dead husband? Like, what is this?
There's the news is there, bro. There's a cameraman. That's what's going on. Dude, what world are you in, bro?
By this stage, the man's wife, his widow, has heard what happened.
Somebody went back and told her, right? The 5 martyrs that walked forward, your husband was the...
Yeah, because everyone's like all gathered around like somewhere very close by because like they're supposedly in a safe zone it's not safe anymore and they don't want to die. Like everyone, literally everyone who's alive right now does not want to die unless they're severely depressed. None of these people, they may be severely depressed, but they want out of the situation they're in right now, dude. And you're just kind of like, why are they doing what humans would do in a situation like that? Why are they waving a white flag and not expecting to die? Why is this wife crying because her husband was killed? Are you insane? You have to be. You have to be, right? To be like, why is this lady upset that her husband's dead? Why do these people expect not to get killed waving white flags? Dude, fuck off. Like I'm Destiny. I know you're never gonna see this because I'm a nobody. But fuck you. I'm on your shit. If I ever see you, you're fucked. I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking teeth out.
Unlucky guy. He drew the short stick today.
I got banned from so much shit for saying I was gonna give people free dental work, and I don't give a fuck. Destiny, you see me, you're fucked.
Okay, so come forward, cry for us on camera. Do you think the guy intentionally wanted to get killed? No, I don't think he wanted to die. I don't think they were thinking they were gonna die.
Then what do you think, bro?
But they probably were hoping to get shot at, or maybe
hoping to get shot at for what purpose?
So you're saying the woman was acting? I don't know.
Holy, oh my, that's where, yeah. They were hoping to get shot at. Why? No reason. It's because they want to, because they're suicidal. This idea that, I mean, I've got this issue here, like Ethan and Hila believes that the slogan "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free" is a genocidal call for the death of all Jews. The only reason why they believe that is because they don't think that the Palestinians are capable of peace, capable of negotiating or resolving the situation peacefully. Because they're racist against Arabs. They think that they're animals and just rabid and are unable to do anything peacefully because they're not even human. And they must be destroyed. And then you got this, like, on top, like, Destiny over here being like, yeah, they just want to die, obviously. That's why they, like, walk down the street with white flags, because they want to die, they want to get shot at. Where are we at right now? Holy shit. I'm about to hit my buddy. We're getting on the headies. Now the H phones. You know. Goodbye.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes, I can definitely hear you. Can you hear me?
Good. Yep. Coming
Awesome.
through loud and clear.
Excellent. I am streaming. No one's watching. Is that okay with you?
Yep.
All right,
Sure.
excellent. Sweet deal. How you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I finished the campaign last night.
Oh
and,
shit!
I recommend it.
Yes. Oh god damn it, dude! What is it gonna take to get me to play it?
I don't know. What is it gonna take? I'm getting a little echo actually. I just
Oh shit! Okay,
recognizing
I
that
did
now.
turn it up a little bit. So how's it now? Can you give me a check? Uh-oh.
Check.
Whoa.
Check.
You are super
Right
distorted
now?
all of a sudden. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Can you? All right.
Yeah, you were too. You sounded.
That was super.
You're good now. You're good now.
All right. Yeah, you too.
It was like Mickey Mouse.
Oh, weird. Are you good? Are you
It was
getting
like,
an echo?
No, it's fine now. It sounded like you inhaled some helium.
That's weird. You sounded like you were just your bit rate was being extremely crushed. But hell yeah. But so the campaign, thumbs up.
Oh yeah. I mean, the whole, like I said, like couple times there were some frustrating puzzles, but overall the action stuff was a lot of fun. And then at the very end, it gets real trippy, psychedelic. You're in like the mind of this woman, or as Woods is trying to kind of coach her out of her brainwashing, or whatever you call it, hallucinogenic drug funk.
That's all right.
And she's exploring her psyche and her childhood, where I won't tell you everything. I just, it was good.
If you say it's good, I have to do it. I need the shame, dude.
Yeah,
you should be like,
break it up.
One of these nights, you should be
Piecemeal.
like, hey, you want to play a multiplayer? And I'll be like, yeah, sure. And you'll be like, no, you don't, you pussy. You want to play the campaign. Do it now. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Browbeat you into it.
That'd be nice. Anywho, well, shit. You got until 8, or what are we doing today?
Yeah, I could probably do 8:15, whatever.
Let's go. I'm about to, you have, do you need to set anything up? I can just jump right into this.
Yeah, can you give me 1 second? Because I didn't see my daily challenges until just now, for some reason. Thermo grenade lethal equipment. Marksman rifle, thermo grenade lethal, okay.
I haven't finished mine yet either. Even though it's like
it was weird when I got on tonight, like I couldn't even see my own daily challenges. They were not appearing.
Oh.
And I was like, huh, I didn't play that late last night that it would have been like the next day, you know what I mean?
I think they changed over they do change over midday. They used to change over like early morning, but I think like they challenge, I think they end like 14 hours from now is 9 o'clock, 9:30. So I guess like wait, no, I guess that's
well, whatever. It was like I was on tonight, you know, just now, and when I logged on,
but there was like nothing
it
on
wasn't
there.
showing me. Yeah, and I kind of was like going back and forth, and
glitch.
Bizarre.
That'd be weird.
Glitchy.
Glitches happen.
All right, I'm good to go. Yeah, no worries. I got it.
I've already went to Prestige 2. I can't see your level, and it's pretty annoying. On my screen, it says you're level 1. Everyone I see is level 1, and I want to know where people are at.
Oh yeah, I see you as a 1 too.
Seriously? What's this about, man?
I think maybe when we're in the match, I think you can see the actual levels, but
still dog shit.
We'll see.
I am like proudly sporting
kinda
my Prestige 2 right now. And, like,
you know
what's
what?
the
I can
point?
see your little green crown, though. I can see that.
Okay. Do you see my
to the right.
My jester? Or do you just see a little like a sergeant first class, or not even? That's a private. That's private. Like the one bar, level 1.
Yeah, I mean, under like next to your name, there's the Xbox symbol, and then I see a little green and black crown symbol.
Okay, but on the left you just see a 1 and like a little private symbol.
Yeah,
that's
right.
All,
that's
what
what
I see for you too. Which sucks because like it should be, you know, the logo, whatever is our prestiges and the level.
Right.
They don't fix this soon. I'm going to complain about it. Again. I need to get 6 more trophy system dial intercepts. I had all weekend and like I was like gonna play the like I just didn't, dude. I don't know what it's gonna do. I don't know what's my problem is. I have a problem.
I don't know. I'm trying to help you out here. I can't figure out either. It's Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty. It's not a different game.
It's not.
They spent 4 years making this shit.
Yeah, it's probably amazing. I'm sure it is. But like when I play, I'm like, I just want to grind. I don't know what it's going to take to make me want to like play the campaign. It's going to take.
Oh.
What happened, man? I started playing multiplayer, like campaigns. Dude, you're right. Holy shit. Like before I started playing Call of Duty, playing campaigns was the only thing I did. Far Cry 5, loved playing that campaign. Had a great time. No regrets playing it. Started playing Call of Duty.
What I liked about it, yeah.
No, go ahead. What you liked about it?
Just what like you go into. It saves your progress. So even if like you fail, it doesn't bring you back. Like Doom would always bring you back way to the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, I think maybe there might have been a boss challenge where it could have been like that, but overall, compared to something like Doom, it was not that bad. So, you know, and it's real fun to just, like that article said, clearing out a room is pretty satisfying.
Should I like just, do I need to take a break from multiplayer? Is that what I need to do? Because like, I loved Far Cry 5 and like, I had no problem getting through that campaign. Started playing Call of Duty multiplayer, Far Cry 6, still haven't played it. To this day, have not played it. What the hell is it?
Yeah. Maybe if you start doing multiplayer, you just can't get out of it. So maybe you need to kind of just start with the campaign,
Should I just take
play
a
that
break?
for a bit, and then.
I mean, seriously though, like, do I need to like?
I didn't take a break. I was doing like both. I was doing less multiplayer, obviously, but I guess I wasn't always doing multiplayer. I was kind of back and forth, but mostly I guess I was doing the campaign. But it won't take that long.
Maybe I should, but maybe I
so
should just
it'll,
like take a break from multiplayer until I finish. Gotta set some kind of boundary.
Up to you.
I don't want to do it.
It'll help me
Honestly,
catch
to be
up to
100%
you.
honest, like I don't want that, but like I need to get it. It was really easy when they had the early access campaign. Before I got through those, but once multiplayer's out, it's kind of like that's all I want to play.
We've claimed the advantage. Now hold
And, like I feel like when I'm not grinding on it, like I'm falling behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing camo grind this game or not.
What?
I'm not sure.
What? No, come on.
I don't know. We'll see.
Come on.
We'll see.
See, you're almost done with the campaign. Once you're done with the campaign, what else are you?
Hardpoint locked down.
Well, I'm gonna work on it. I'm not gonna. I said that last time
It's
too.
not
and I
that
ended up doing
hard.
it, so.
Honestly, it's like I've been hearing, like I've seen YouTubers who are kind of like, that was a pretty easy kind of thing. And right now, as far as like what's required to do like the actual challenges, they're all pretty free. And like all the baits so far, like because I think I finished doing my ARs. I'm working on my SMGs. But it seems like almost every challenge so far I've had has been like, for all the basic camos, they're all headshots. You gotta get like 100 headshots, and then you unlock all like the basic camos. And then they'll have like 2 extra challenges where it's something, but usually not super difficult, like kills with a silencer or double kills or something like that. And then like gold has been double kills. And then that's it. Like I haven't even tried.
Hardpoint is secure.
I'm just unlocking the golden stuff now. Like, but it's like the grind has not been too painful.
Cool.
So far.
Yeah, I just been kind of not. I had a slow start and then I did the campaign, so I'm kind of just.
That's the thing. You got through the campaign though, so it's like that is a accomplishment in itself that I have not supposed to accomplish.
Hardpoint identified.
And I need to do it. I need those ad level stuff.
Oh shit!
I need to.
Grenaded, yeah.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Priority testing request
Oh man! I think I did jump into the campaign over the weekend just for a little bit. I was basically just kind of like looking around the safe house. I was just kind of like going, like, cause you can basically just like go around everywhere.
Release Hellstorm on my mark.
So, I'm just looking at it. It's so goddamn gorgeous. I just stopped.
Hellstorm took 3, headed out.
But when I was doing a little fighting, it was fun. It's like if I could slide backwards, I'm having a little time.
matter what's happening.
First time's free.
Hardpoint active.
Definitely did some interesting, fun stuff.
I just I don't know what it's gonna take, but I just have to. I may just have to like stop until I'm done. Like stop multiplayer. You know what I mean? Like you gotta finish your game before you so you dig?
That's kind of how I felt about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I gotta do this. Yeah, if you don't do it kind of somewhat early on, it may never happen.
It won't happen. I still need to do Vanguard, and I'm committed to doing it, but like it might not be like anytime soon.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint is active.
Wait, what's today? Is today Monday?
Yeah.
All right, tell you what, this is what I'm gonna do. Because I am on this grind, baby. I don't want to get off the grind. The rest of this week, I'm going to be on multiplayer. Through the weekend, be on multiplayer. But next week, starting a week from today, next Monday, I'm going to play the campaign and no multiplayer until I'm done with the campaign. If that is okay with you.
Yeah, totally, man.
All right, cool.
Like I said, I got my work to do, so...
Because my multiplayer playing is connected with you and I hooking up and playing. There's like there's times when I think like I should take a break, but I'm kind of like, well, fuck. Then that means we're not gonna hook up, and then I'm like, screw that shit. So having you're okay for being off multiplayer for a few days.
Yeah,
appreciate it and helpful.
No, man, no worries.
We're smoking these dudes right now, dude. Like been living on the point.
Feel that? They're about to break. Give them a nudge.
Break this pin, bro. They've like been ignoring the hard point this whole game. Jump behind you. Alright, nice slide. Dude, this is over. They're not even gonna try to challenge us, are they? Here's a trophy.
Oh, nice.
So we're extra safe. While we're winning 8, 7, 6, 5. Easiest win ever.
They're not even coming towards us?
I don't think so. Oh wait, oh shit, the pudding was
sending my RXD out to find him, blow up.
It's over. It's over.
Stand down, Crimson. We have what we came for.
Boom.
That was a pretty brutal beating. Team top 3. Love that. Big Taxi 69. That is a pornography reference.
Nice. Maybe they're the owner of the website.
Possibly. Oh, if they're the owners of Fake Taxi, they are billionaires. Top T. All right, let's go. Let's emote. Yeah, let's go. Oh, you got the high five. Nice. Very
High
nice.
five myself because no one else wants to do it.
That's a good one. I hate to say it though, they directly stole that from Next Defiant. Next Defiant has the same little emote thing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And you know what? Not cool. I'll forgive him this time because this game isn't. If there's no way they can like make another Call of Duty, it does not happen. If they do, it's kind of like I'm doing. Like I don't want any game that doesn't.
How they could go back. Seems like the reviews are positive. I mean, at least from the article I read. Though it did start off with some quote that said like, something like this game will piss off a lot of people, but that's just the normal Call of Duty people who try it who can't handle it.
Yeah, it's gonna
They're
piss
just
off
like,
somebody.
oh yeah, we're that. Yeah.
Some people
yeah.
are just professional Call of Duty haters, and it's kind of what they do. And you know what?
Yeah.
God bless them.
Or they're just people like, whoa, this is too much. I'm just dying constantly. I can't stand it. But, you know, if you get past that,
Yeah,
then
those people
you're
just
okay.
need to get good, quite frankly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you and I, as older Call of Duty gamers,
Domination.
I think we are at the
Secure the
highest point of
objective.
authority to be able
Objective
to tell
capture
people that,
underway.
like, just shut up and get good. Especially if you're a kiddo.
Control zone C. We're winning. Keep it that way.
Speaking of older Call of Duty gamers, I saw something on YouTube when I was looking for something else. Somebody made a video that, like, if you're an older video gamer or Call of Duty player, like, I don't know, there was some kind of, like, I don't know, I didn't look at it.
I saw that. I
basically
refused to watch it. Did you
tips
watch
for,
it?
Like, I know. No, I didn't.
Oh, you did? Okay, alright. Tips, like, what kind of tips could there
Yeah.
possibly be? Put your kids to bed early or something.
Get these special glasses that'll, I don't know what.
Oh my God! No, there's no way. It's like, that
Jesus,
just seems.
come
It seems so absurd. It's kind of like, look at this pop. I almost watch it because I just was,
We're losing Charlie.
like, perversely
I know.
like, curious.
Right.
We lost B.
I may have to look at it now.
If you do watch it, send it my way.
Taking Alpha.
I don't know. If I cover my,
Controlling
but,
Bravo.
if it's worth a
Locking down
watch.
all zones.
Yeah.
I'm expecting it's not the only value I can see something that is being.
Zone Alpha. Location secure.
Like,
Maintain
I couldn't even, like, have them.
They're
Like,
taking C.
that's what they have. Like crack your knuckles.
Hostile marksman in our IO.
Take some Advil before you play.
Yeah, get enough sleep.
Requesting recon.
Drink a lot of water.
What? It was just unbelievable.
Play in moderation.
There's really
Don't play
only
too
like
hard.
there's like only one
Heads down. Sniper work.
like semi-useful tip you can give to an old person, and all it is don't get old. It's like it. There's nothing else you can tell us.
Flying on view. UAV returning to base.
Don't forget to put on your depends when you shit your pants because you're old playing Call of Duty. The fuck up.
Falling behind Crimson.
Wonder how old the asshole made that video was. Probably like 32.
Yeah, and then they're going to be like, you know, if you're 40 years old, something they're going to be like.
Yeah.
What their definition of old is probably
Yeah,
going to be pretty
you know
funny
what?
itself.
Unless that video is made by a 78-year-old
Taking
Duty
B.
player, I don't want to fucking hear it. A second, I don't give a shit what they have to think. But if it's like some truly wise, like I started playing in the first Call of Duty. When the first Call of Duty came out, I was 67 years old. And I'd be like, damn, okay, what do you gotta say?
We've lost Alpha. Taking Bravo underway.
And if you're still playing, you're not complaining that like the new games suck because the old games are so much better. Like we are a rare breed because we're older Call of Duty players, but we didn't start till late. So like, I generally when someone would consider like I'm an older Call of Duty player, it's like someone who's like in their early 30s, the late 30s, who like started playing when they were kids, but now they're older, and they're all like, oh, the older games were good because that's the one we were playing when we were kids. But they're wrong. Those games are dog shit. They're wearing the nostalgia glasses. I'm glad that we're in a position where it's like we're not tainted by this idea that the older games are better. That like we know that the newer ones are better. And we're team top 2 every time, so it's screen is like this.
Heads down. Sniper working.
That's the part that cracks me up. The old head Call of Duty players are like in their 30s, and they all think the older games are better. Just they're all idiots. Yeah, I think Ace is kind of in that territory, but I appreciate his research.
Yeah, he's oh, that guy has enough time in his day to.
That's all he does. If that was my job, I would have the most thorough stats possible. If I got to play Call of Duty, I wouldn't want his job though, man. See, he doesn't like. It doesn't seem like he really plays. Like does all these tests. That in itself doesn't seem fun.
Right.
This is kind of like
no.
So I appreciate it what he does.
And he's not like a paid staffer either. He just kind of does it, and I'm sure he gets money from what he does. But still,
yeah, he probably. I wonder how
a grind for him.
He's been doing it for such a long time. He's kind of a staple at this in like Call of Duty.
Operating RCXD.
You know, everyone knows who he is.
Controlling Bravo. Taking A.
I've got this. Heads down. Sniper working.
Would you want to play Call of Duty that didn't have sliding?
Securing B. We're losing Charlie. Bravo zone secure.
Oh man, this game is tight. Ah, shit.
Losing
Target.
Bravo lost.
Sniper threat neutralized.
Quad kill.
Taking B.
Oh, it's triple. That's quad kill. That's cool.
Controlling Bravo.
I'm murdering over here. Team top 2. Look at this shit, dude.
TACOM, I need eyes
Every
overhead.
time.
Securing Alpha.
And against a bunch of children, and they suck. People who think kids are better at video games are stupid.
Sniper removed.
Don't know anything about video games.
UAV fuel check 50%.
Oh.
Plays the lead. Securing B.
Oh yeah, this is like crazy close. I'm on your 6 behind B. Shit. Alright, fuck. Oh, there's someone behind you. Oh, damn.
I got at least a couple kills off that grenade.
Was the guy behind you,
I don't know. I wasn't into it.
Taking Bravo underway. They're taking
Sniper threat
C.
neutralized.
Oh.
I've got this.
So close.
Pushing A right now. I don't know if these guys are doing. I'm shooting them, so they're obviously gonna come at me. I'm like, you think they'll come at me if I'm just capping the point? And they start shooting at me. I'm like, well, now they will.
Positions. We're losing Alpha. Taking B.
Ah, so
Beginning capture.
Locked
Hostile marksman in RIO.
Available for tasking.
Losing Bravo.
Requesting recon above.
UAV established overhead.
Losing B.
Using B, getting it back.
Lost B.
Marksman is down.
50% expended.
Controlling Bravo.
Right. shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I'm on the objective.
God, I'm dead. Oh, sweet. Got it.
Losing Bravo.
Rally on marked course.
Time for some flanky spanky.
Noise. Yeah.
Securing Alpha.
Close. Try to hold on. Put up a fight.
RCXD active. We're losing Bravo.
Shit.
Westing watchdog helo on my grid.
Oh man. Intense match.
Pushing forward. Oh, someone's capping me. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Shit.
You're being outpaced. Step it up.
Ooh.
Securing B.
Okay, so prepping fire.
I'm gonna try flanking speed A, but I'm a good feeling.
Operating RCXD.
Controlling Bravo.
Objective capture on the right.
And oh, negative. Team tattoo though.
All stations, we are fucking fucked.
Yeah.
24 kills. Good job. Massacring. More kills than the top player on the enemy team.
Yeah, letting that thermal grenade go quite a bit, and it was paying dividends.
Got some damage. Too bad we didn't win, because we would have been in the winner's circle, having fun. Oh, I thought I was cool, but not actually cool. So.
Oh man.
You got time? It's 8 o'clock on the dot.
Psych.
You got time for one more?
I could do one more if you're up for it.
I am.
It's up to you.
Super up for it. Tracker. Oh, okay. Yeah. So what level are you at right now? And are you still in the first prestige?
I'm at level 39, so I'm assuming I'm.
Okay, so I think it's 55 or 60 or something that like maxes out, and then you prestige, but then it like resets. Okay, so what happens with that? You start everything over. Nothing is unlocked as if you're starting from level 1, but you get a permanent unlock. You can unlock one thing out of everything, out of anything that there's available, out of anything that you can't unlock. And it's a little tricky. If you once you do prestige, let me know. I can help you, walk you through it. It's a little weird.
Team deathmatch.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
It's super weird, but it's you'll get it fine once you actually get there. When you max out, let me know. I'll help you with. If you're gonna, okay, you know how you unlock everything, right? Like by leveling up. If you were going to,
you know, like the attachments.
Yeah, attachments, guns, perks, everything pretty much. Because you start out pretty limited, then once you level up, you unlock shit. You get access to new weapons or pretty much everything. You can unlock any of those things. So think about what would want to unlock. I screwed up in my last unlock. I was trying to unlock the greed perk, which is like very, very high up, but it shares a slot with a certain kill streak, and I accidentally unlocked that kill streak instead of the greed perk, which was super annoying. But I don't want you to make that same mistake.
if there's something that you want to unlock. So when you do prestige up, let me know, and let me walk you through this just so it's easier for you. Because like it's not intuitive,
Alright.
it's weird. And like I'm having to trial and error through it, and I don't want you to have to do that shit.
Thank you.
No worries. That's what friends are for, man. So you don't have to trial and error through prestige systems in Call of Duty.
Kill him. Here comes somebody. Die, die, die. Super.
This is the first time they had the prestige system since Black Ops 4, which was the first game I played, but I did not. I don't even think I prestige.
Enemy sniper shooting!
I was just like, I was, no idea what I was doing. I was very bad.
Balcony. Is I have a Woods skin on right now. Is that there the whole time and I just didn't notice it, or do you think that may have unlocked after I got done with the campaign?
I think the Woods skin was a pre-order perk.
Oh, okay.
So
Noticed it.
Because I have it too, and I haven't played the campaign. And I have like all three. Like there's like the regular skin. There's the number skin where you're kind of like glowing red with the numbers on it. There's like the zombie skin.
Marksman deleted.
Mm-hmm.
Got all three of those, and I'm pretty sure that's from pre-ordering.
Got it.
But I think those were available in Modern Warfare 3. If I'm mistaken. They crossed over into the. If you pre-order the game, you were able to use those in the skin.
Okay.
But I think there's some extra skins. There's like something called the Vault Edition. There's like extra money where you get like a weird Adler skin, but he's like in like a robot suit kind of thing. And like some other skins and like whatever. I'm not into it. I haven't played it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they're pushing it hard, but it doesn't seem worth it to me. They had just like a straight up Adler skin, hair full effect, looking good as shit. Oh, I would pay whatever they asked. But they just want to offer some like half-assed, like it's kind of Adler, but not really. You can't really see him, and we're doing that on purpose. It's like I'm not getting any money.
That's lame.
Have you noticed any skins that have been unlocked while playing through the campaign? It's gotta be
No, I didn't. Think so.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's why I thought the Woods. I didn't remember him being there. That's why I asked about it.
Yeah. I mean, you would unlock skins like that for sure, but I'm pretty sure the Woods came with order.
Yeah, for sure. If you are, I don't know. I haven't been in multiplayer enough to be super familiar with everything. Like the skins, I kind of look at them, but I memorize which ones are.
was using the skin that you unlock in the beta. It's like women's skins. It's like this like bright yellow rain jacket, basically. It looks cool, but I was like wearing it and I was kind of like, I think this makes me way easier to see. I should.
Yeah. Super conspicuous. No
Yeah.
thanks.
Exactly.
You look like a rubber duck at a shooting range. Great.
The woods skin sandwich. Red.
Oops. Shooting at our own guys.
It happens. This is why you and I don't play hardcore. I want to shoot the teammates.
Yeah, right. Be kindly to that. Fuck.
Shit. But generally, would you say you're enjoying this game so far?
Yeah, for sure.
It feels very. I mean, every Call of Duty feels good, but this one, it's having a specifically very good start.
Give it up. Do it now. If not, get to work.
A few problems.
Activate that protocol. Get your ass moving.
The last kill was probably
You and I had
my death.
We had the exact same amount of donations, like that, and basically the same amount of. You and I had like the same game.
Shoot. PID.
Yeah, weird. Super weird.
I think you and I have played enough together that we are aligned.
Synergy.
Exactly. This the most synerginous of synergy you can possibly have. Oh my god. All right. Well,
cool.
Hey, I'm probably I'm gonna have a crash.
All right, man. Sounds good.
Send me up
Good
tomorrow.
games.
Very good games. If you're
All
around
right,
tomorrow.
we'll do.
Cool. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Have a good night.